Yeah. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head down. Just get. Watch your head. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Man, ain't no way I'm finna listen to you spit with your PDF supporting eye for you finna get clipped. Idiot poses wise when truth approach you. Close your eyes, hold the lies, and show your pride is oversized in your replies. Trying to teach, but you only came to preach. Lying about Jesus, who you think you finna reach. In your speech, I hear the weakness, that's why you won't shut up. Demons in your ear, convince you to be evil is what you disagree. It's history, too late to change it, it's a thing. Wins ain't free round here, bro. When you speak, I'm listening. So if you think you finna be hitting me with your wizardry, convincing me to give a free platform, you're tripping, G. I don't mince words, I don't get purrs who don't deserve the way. Why don't you learn? You've shown you've earned it, so deserve your fate, and so discern what happened here, and so you learn your place. I know it burned, but grow and turn from falsehood into grace. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head. Watch your head down. Just get. Watch your head. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Just pay close attention, that hateful ambition is why you done failed your mission. Your faith is a prison that makes you a victim, that's why you ain't breaking my rhythm. You ain't finna get in, my spirit is sealed. Don't know your God, can't say if it's real. To me, he sound awful like Satan for real. Trying to convince me he made us to kill. What are you, stupid? This is the war of the spirit, but you don't know it or walk it or live it. You don't see what's happening, you're walking into it. You're dead where it matters and lost and diluted. You can give pain, you can give hate, but don't wanna take it. That is your way. You will give hate because you love Satan. I'm not finna pause my day to listen to someone whose Lord is hate. I'm finna walk away. Yeah. Whoa. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head. Watch your head down. Just get. Watch your head. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head.
God bless everybody. God bless. How you doing? How you feeling? Good to see y'all. Good to see you. Salam Amasi to all of my brothers and sisters in Christ. Good to see you. Good to see you. We already got us a super chat from SKM1. Says, God bless everyone. God bless you, SKM1. I missed y'all. I missed y'all. How y'all doing? God bless you, Alyssa. I'm sorry if that wasn't you. That said about the AT&T thing. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I gotta reconnect that. Give me a second. I didn't mean Alyssa was like, no, that wasn't me. Word, what are you talking about? I'm sorry, Alyssa. I thought it was you. I'm sorry. Well, whoever told me that, I'm on you, right? Nah, but we good now. We good. Sorry about that. Let me see. That's not working. What the heck? You see what happened when you take a little break? Everything just goes haywire, bro. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, let me close this app. It's acting stupid. Jabril already in the chat, y'all. He already trying to attack the stream. Ain't this something? Don't want me to be great, bro. Okay. Oh, I see what's wrong. That's my bad. That's my bad. All right. Crazy. All right. We're going to be getting one of my favorite topics. We're going to be doing one of my favorite topics. Jesus or Isa. Jesus or Isa. We're going to demonstrate that the Muslims don't know nothing about Jesus. Oh, he's our favorite prophet. He's one of our most dearest prophets in Islam, even though we don't know nothing about him. We have this Hollywood stunt devil, as Brother Travis like to say, Isa. He's the real Jesus. Well, which one actually existed, right? So that's going to be the topic today. I'm pretty sure y'all know this argument. Y'all already know who actually existed, right? The Jesus of the Bible. Why not daily? God bless you. Salam Amasi to you. Yeah, that's he's just a stunt double. He's not the real character. He's a character. He's not the real person, I should say. But yeah, man, y'all look good. Y'all look great. Go ahead and tap the like button. If you in here with us, please tap the like button. Let's not forget to tap the like button. That is the most important thing you can do for this YouTube channel is hit the like button. That's the most important thing. And that's all I ask y'all for, right? Is to hit the like button. So go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't already. And don't be a secret stone kisser. Don't be a secret stone kisser. I'm going to go ahead and hop on TikTok since I had to. It was a lot of streams going on, so I didn't want to mix streams a lot. So we'll go ahead and get it started so we won't be here too late. You know, some of y'all got to go to work and things like that. Lord's Child says, word, I'm glad I found your channel. Well, I'm glad you found the channel too. I'm glad that you're here. I'm blessed that you're here. Any and everyone that comes and participate and tap the like button and find my channel appealing and informative, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Okay, Hook about to get blocked. He says go Lakers. I already about to block somebody, and it ain't even a theological. It's just because I don't like the Lakers. I'm just kidding with you, Hook. Go ahead and tap the like button. Tap the screen over here on TikTok. Let's go ahead and tap the screen. What up, my main man, Pablo? What's good? What's happening? God bless you, brother. Lakers in 5. What's up, DJ MK Don? God bless you, brother. God bless you. Go ahead and if we got any Muslims in the chat, y'all can go ahead and come up. Let me know who actually existed. Jesus from the Bible or Isa from the Qur'an. Because both can't actually exist because they have different and contradictory lives. So both of them can't actually exist. It'd have to be one or the other. You know, it got to be one or the other one. Both of them can't actually exist. So go ahead and tap the screen, everybody on TikTok. Let's get those likes up. Let's get it up to at least 2K to start. Let's get it up to at least 2K. Christ is King. You doggone right, Veronica. You doggone right. Alyssa says this is the channel for cool people. I agree. All the cool people come here to hang out. God bless you, Flies. Good to see you. Jesus versus Isa. Let's go ahead and tap the screen, y'all. And if you know anyone, go ahead and invite somebody. Gujar invites you to co-host. No, I don't co-host. God bless you, Sister Bree. Bree Lovely in the building. God bless you. Bree Lovely actually have a YouTube channel. If anyone didn't know that. I don't know if she's been doing, constant uploads on it or not, or is she just chilling. But she do have a YouTube channel. Her name is Bree Lovely as well on YouTube. That's our YouTube channel. Why did this guy keep on? No, get out of here. I don't want to co-host with you, bro. What's up, Sonnet? God bless you. Stop Block said he gave 715 likes nonstop. That's a good job, man. Everybody follow Sonnet's roll. Follow the leader, everybody. Go ahead and share the live out. So yeah, historically, Jesus and Isa cannot exist. The Isa of the Quran is just not a real character. He's not a real person. He's not real. He's never been heard of outside of the Quran. Historically, he never existed. He's a counterfeit. Exactly. So I know I got some Muslims out there that want to come up and say, well, you know, Jesus didn't really exist and y'all fabricated Jesus's life story. Well, come up and prove it. Because according to your Quran, Allah confirmed the previous scriptures. So if Allah confirmed the previous scriptures, he's confirming Jesus's life story from the previous scriptures. How wild could that be? And we see that these stories of Isa are literally just Gnostic fables. They're Gnostic fable. Oh, him speaking from the cradle and all of this madness. That's just Gnosticism that they put in their Quran. He didn't really die. He wasn't on the cross. Well, prove it. Because all of history says Jesus of Nazareth, the Messiah, the Savior, the one true God, did die on a cross. He was crucified. So if there are any Muslims out there that want to come up and tell me Isa, who really existed, they're all Gnosticism. The story of Isa in the Quran is pure Gnosticism. I see Designer in the chat. Come on up, Designer. I always go to your panel, bro. Come up and talk to me. Only 10 minutes or so. You can come up if you get a chance, bro. Wujud, I agree. Those are Gnostic ideas. Wujud, are you a Muslim? Slingshot Tommy says Allah is Nabateen in origin. Allah, the moon god, Hubal, Baal, Satan. Hey, I can't argue with you there. I can't argue with you there, my man. I can't argue with you there, bro. But we see that Jesus can't be Isa. Oh, he's a Sufi. I wonder what he believed. Cause I don't talk to too many Sufis, but I wonder what you believe in then, bro. Come up and let me know. Muslim Tiger.
Peace.
What's up?
Hey, bro.
What's up, Muslim Tiger? I haven't seen you since our debate. How you been?
Long time. I'm on TikTok every day, bro.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. I haven't been on TikTok every day. Not like how I was. I've been busy. But I still haven't seen you around.
Yeah. I'm around.
Oh, yeah, you around?
I'm on Darren's live a lot.
Oh, you be on Darren's live?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to have a discussion or about Jesus and Isa?
Jesus, the name Jesus is 400 years old. Do you agree with that?
Well, it's as long as the English language has been around, yeah. But we know when we mean Jesus, when we talk about Jesus, it's just a transliterated name.
So can't we say the same thing though? Except our version is closest to the Aramaic than yours is.
It's actually not.
How do you say Isa in Aramaic?
How do you say Isa?
How do you say Jesus in Aramaic?
Is Yeshua.
No, that's not in Aramaic.
Yeah, it is.
Can you show me, please?
It's Yasu.
Can you show me, please? That's Hebrew.
No, it ain't.
And plus, Yeshua
In
is
Aramaic
Joshua,
and
and Joshua.
in Hebrew is Yeshua.
Yeah, Yeshua is Joshua. Joshua is a
Yeah, that's
prophet
in
of the
Hebrew.
Old Testament. Nothing to do with Isa.
That's in Hebrew.
Yeah. So what I'm saying to you is that name has nothing to do with Jesus.
I don't know if anybody's talking, but peace, and I guess I'll come back later because you're
My
having a
bad.
conversation.
My son came in and he was distracting me. Okay, so if we know that Jesus' name is just transliterated from Hebrew to Aramaic to Greek to English, this is how you say Joshua in English. I mean, in from Yeshua is Joshua. It's just the same thing. It's Jesus. We just say it in English.
Yeah, but you can't say that Joshua has the same name as Jesus, right?
Yeah, it's the same
You
thing.
there? So your God shares a name with someone else in the Old Testament.
What's the problem with that?
Isn't God's name meant to be only for God?
We're talking about, do you think Jesus' name was, because now you just switching the topic.
No, I'm not. I'm saying if you want to go to the original names, we have it closer than what you have it.
You
got
don't.
Arab Christians.
What
You've
do
got
Arab Christians call
that-
Jesus?
Isa.
No, they don't.
Yes, there's plenty.
They was
plenty
forced to
of
call
Arab
him.
Christians.
They was forced to call him.
No, how can it be forced?
Hold on.
How? Where's your evidence?
Muslim
for that?
Tiger. They was forced to call him because they had to. They taught them Arabic, and then they made them call him Isa. But Arabic Christians, before they even Islam was around, they called him Yasu. His name is Yasu.
Which is closer to Isa than
No,
Jesus.
it's not.
That's my point. But what I'm asking you, bro, is you had Arab Christians before Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, and they name and his
Okay.
name was Yasu. They called him Yasu. They didn't call him Isa.
No, they called him Isa. Okay, where's your evidence that the Arab Muslims forced the Arab Christians?
Do you have
to
an
use
Arab
the name
Bible?
Isa?
Do you have an Arabic Bible?
Yeah.
There's literally Arabic Christians in the comments.
There's no Arabic Bible. There's no Arabic Bible before Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. We don't
There's
have that in our
literally
answer.
Arabic Christians in the comments.
Yes, and I'm telling you, I'm Lebanese, I'm Arab. I've grown up with so many Christians who have called themselves Isa, which means Jesus. And you can't say that the Muslims
Isa doesn't
forced
mean
that upon
Jesus,
them.
bro.
Yeah, the Jesus is 400 years old. Jesus actually refers to Jesus, which is Latin. And in Latin, they were worshiping a pagan god called Zeus. That's why it says Jesus.
No, it's
'cause they're
not, bro.
calling out
No,
to
it's
Zeus.
not. That don't have nothing to do with it. They don't have nothing to do with it.
Bruh, come on.
So
where did
according,
Zeus?
I'm not fit to argue over names like all night, bro. Like, so if you can you prove that Isa existed? Period.
Yes.
Okay. What about his life that you could actually document it that says that he was actually existed?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it existed, and I believe what Allah said.
Allah said he existed.
Yes.
So he's not historical.
Just like you.
So he's not historical then. So
no
Isa,
one at the time of Jesus wrote about it.
hold on. So Isa is not historical. He's not a historical character.
I don't care about history documents that are physical in my hands.
You don't
today. I
care about
what Allah
history.
teaches.
See, this is what it is. But you have to deny history to be a Muslim.
So, can you show me historical evidence Jesus turned water into wine?
That's not the point. We're talking about the person that actually
Yes, it is.
existed.
So that's not historical, correct?
What is historical?
Jesus turning water into wine is not historical. Do you
Yeah,
accept
it's
that?
historical. It's in
Why?
the Bible because the Bible is a historical document.
Circular reasoning.
Well,
circular
you just
reasoning.
said, "Oh, because
I can
Allah
say the
said so."
same thing.
Oh, because Allah said so.
Yeah, exactly. Because the Qur'an says so. So you just said you used your argument, bro. You know you're laughing.
You
'cause
see
you got
this?
stuck.
This
You
is
used-
crazy.
Your argument backfired on you.
No,
bro.
it doesn't. No,
You
it doesn't.
said- You said which? You said which? You said that. How do you know that Isa exists? I said because Allah said so.
Have you ever?
And then I
Have
said
you
to you,
heard?
how do you know that Jesus? So,
Have you ever read?
finish, please, bro.
I know what you're saying. Go ahead, and then I'm gonna bust you real quick. Go ahead.
Okay. No matter what Christians do, you cannot escape that your Bible said so and you accept it. Period. Same with Jesus being the Son of God. You have to accept it because your Bible says so. No one at the time of Jesus said that.
That's
There's no
a lie.
historical document
That's
that
a
says
lie.
that. At the time of Jesus, there is no written words.
You're lying, Muslim
At the
Tiger.
time of Jesus from now. Can you show me any physical document
Hold
at the time
on,
of
hold
Jesus
on.
that someone wrote about Jesus?
No. Because you're supposed to be giving me evidence for this Isa. But the thing is,
And I'm telling you
then
that
you
the
asked me
evidence is
about
from
turning the
God.
water to wine, right? You remember?
I'm
That's what
giving
you
you
asked me.
example that I'm giving you example that my history that you reject is the history that you reject
I
yourself.
didn't reject history. You did.
No, I said because my book says so. I believe in what my book says.
Yeah, and that's
what I
just
said to you.
circular.
What you're saying is circular about Jesus turning water into
No.
wine.
Have
is
you ever heard
circular.
of Josephus? Have you ever heard of these? Of that guy?
Yeah, I could say that whatever.
Have you
was
ever
said
heard of
about Jesus
Josephus,
was said
Muslim
about-
Tiger?
Brother, can I finish?
Have you ever read the Talmud?
Yeah, early church father.
The
So
Josephus is not a church father, bro. What are you talking about?
whatever he wasn't at the time of Jesus.
He wasn't a Christian. He was a Jew.
He wasn't at the time of Jesus.
Josephus
but you
was
had
a
people that
bro.
were-
See, in his works, he says that Jesus, right, was a miracle worker, but they call him a magician. That he was doing these magic tricks, according to him, because he wasn't a believer.
Because he picked up your Bible.
You just said that the Bible wasn't even written by then,
You're not getting it. I'm saying,
bro.
obviously, there
When
was
did
old
Josephus
traditions
live?
going on.
When was Josephus alive? Muslim Tiger?
First to second century.
First century. Our
First
Bible
to
wasn't
second
compiled
century.
at the time.
Yeah, you had fragments that were revealed orally. Do you agree with that?
Josephus was just recording Jewish history. He was a historian
Yeah, and where did he get that from? Do you have any of that today?
from history. What do you mean?
Where?
What do you mean? Where?
You
Where? What?
believe Josephus? Because can you show me a physical carbon dated document from Josephus?
Bro,
at his
you
time?
are supposed to be showing me
So you can't
how
do it.
Isa
You can't do
exists without just saying because my
And I'm
Quran
telling
said
you
so.
because my book says so, and you're saying
Okay,
because
so
Josephus says so.
if he actually existed, what about historically? Did he exist? Do Allah not reveal things in time to be recorded?
Allah revealed things in time. Man.
Okay,
Yes.
so that means that he is a God of history, correct?
Who's a God of history?
Allah.
Allah wrote down history. Yes.
Okay, so historically prove to me that Isa existed.
Because Allah said so.
You just said that
But
he is
you
a
did
God
the
of
same-
history, bro.
I'm saying because God teaches about history, what happened before. So you have to use the same arguments like Moses turning water, splitting the sea. You have to say because my Bible says so, I believe it. You got no
Bro,
choice either.
we're not talking
It's just
about
a matter of
miracles.
faith.
We're talking about an actual person that existed, bro.
Okay, can you prove Moses existed outside the Bible?
Muslim Tiger, I'm just about to drop you, bro. Like for real. What's wrong with you?
Bro, why are you gonna drop me over this? You're using
Do you
these
believe,
arguments
bro?
against
Because
me
you're
when
going
you can't
to
use the arguments against-
Moses, you're going to all of these.
Yourself.
We're talking about Jesus.
Because God said so. That's what you have to say. Because God
No,
said
I
so.
don't. We got historians that
Yes, you
actually.
do. Okay, how did Moses
No. Muslim Tiger. We have historians that actually gave accounts of Jesus and what he did in his lifetime. and it matches up with the Bible. It don't matches up with the Quran.
Show me what. Show me one physical document at the time of Jesus that anyone wrote about Jesus. Go. One physical document that you have in your hands today. Go.
Do you know what contemporary means?
Contemporary.
Mm-hmm.
It means 100%, doesn't it?
No, it means that within this same time period. So it can be from 1 to 100 years. That's a contemporary. It's contemporaneous.
Solid evidence.
Yes.
Contemporary solid evidence.
Yes. And I just gave you one. Was Josephus.
Is that okay?
And
okay,
Tacitus.
show me his physical document at show me Josephus's document written at his time about Jesus. Go.
So you don't think he actually wrote a document?
If he wrote a document, I want to see it. Where's the physical evidence that he wrote that? Go, show me.
Where is the physical evidence that he wrote it?
Yes, go.
Do you know that
I want carbon dating.
Carbon dating. You don't even have this for your own Quran.
Yes, we do. We got carbon dating.
No, you don't.
Bro, what's the Birmingham manuscript? What's the Sinai manuscript?
The Birmingham manuscript and Sinai manuscripts have all kinds of rewritten copyist errors to it. And then the Birmingham manuscript, the Birmingham manuscript is 2 surahs that doesn't even matches up with your Quran.
What doesn't match up?
It doesn't match up with your Quran. It's just a fragment.
What doesn't match up? Okay, can you show me examples that doesn't match up?
Bro, you trying your best to waffle out of proving Isa, bro. You know this, right?
I haven't, bro. Hey, the word. I've told you that you have no choice but to use the same response as me.
Muslim Tiger.
Because my book says so.
Muslim Tiger. I just showed you. No, we have Roman historians, non-Christians, Christians that wrote about Jesus, just like his crucifixion and things like that.
How do you know Adam existed?
See, you playing games, Muslim Tiger.
See? What games? You got no choice but to say because my book says so.
Watch your head. Watch your head, big dog. Let me get to this super chat real quick. Pierce Taylor.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
What's up, Ahmed? Give me a minute. Pierce Taylor says, God bless you, Pierce Taylor. Appreciate that. What's up, Ahmed?
Oh, you're talking to the comments. Nothing much, bro. But you said Jesus versus Isa, correct?
Yeah, which one actually historically existed?
I mean, okay, you know how pants is pants in English, correct? And then in Spanish, it's pantalones.
Yeah, I'm not getting bogged down in the names right now.
No,
what about
fine.
their life historically? Can you verify?
Can I verify that? I mean, I wasn't there, but I could talk about my faith.
Yeah, and within your faith, because it says that Jesus, right?
Yeah, Jesus
wasn't
and Isa are the
crucified,
same
right?
people, bro. I'm Muslim.
I know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to prove. Can one person have contradictory lives? If you're talking about the same person.
What I'm trying to say is that Isa is not the Abrahamic, but it's the Aramaic name.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Jesus.
Can you?
So it's the same name.
Ahmed,
So
listen
what
to
does
me
it
closely.
mean by
Listen to
verses?
me closely.
My bad. Go ahead.
Can one person have contradictory lives?
What does that mean, my man?
Like one says that Jesus was crucified, the other says he wasn't. Right?
Oh, you mean like different religions type thing?
But we're talking about the same person, correct? In your worldview.
Yes, we are.
Okay. So can they have contradictory lives?
Contradictory lives.
Mm-hmm. It's contradictory to each other.
They're the same. It's the same thing. Like Jesus and Isa is the same.
That's what I'm trying to get you to prove. One says that Jesus was crucified. One says he wasn't crucified. That is contradictory to each other.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Okay,
correct.
so then
Islam.
that means that now we have to go and figure out which one is telling the truth using something outside of each books. Do you have any evidence outside of your Quran that Jesus wasn't crucified?
Outside my Quran that he wasn't crucified.
Yeah.
No. Do you have a contradiction that Jesus was even born
Yeah,
outside
we
of
bro,
the?
we don't switch the subject. We're talking about crucifixion.
No, bro. I'm asking a question, bro. Do you know? Like I'm
So
gonna
you
reverse
don't
it
so
back
you
to
give up
you.
on the
I'm gonna give you an
crucifixion
Uno
part.
card. I'm gonna
So
give
you
you an
give up
Uno
on the
reverse card.
crucifixion part, right? You concede on that.
Bro, do you know Muslims? Do you know what they believe in?
Do you give up
Do you
on
know
the
what Muslims believe
crucifixion
in?
part, bro?
Do you know what Muslims believe in, bro?
I know what you believe in. That's why I'm
Okay,
asking
so
you.
why would you ask, do I believe in the crucifixion? But obviously we don't.
Okay,
If you know what
that's what
that
I'm
means,
saying.
if you
Prove that
know,
he wasn't.
prove that he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you why. But then it's gonna have to involve, my Quran.
Your Quran is what's making the claim. We're
That's
challenging
the
that
thing.
claim.
That's the thing. As Muslims, we live by the Quran.
I understand that.
So everything we do is by the Quran. It's a way of life. So when you say, talk about it outside of, the question and what you're asking, that's unfathomable, pretty much, bro. Because we live by the Quran.
I
It's a
understand
way
that.
of
But
life.
is your Quran historically accurate?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so if it's historically accurate, that means that we should be able to look outside of your Quran and see some historical evidence or backing for this claims that your Quran make, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Do you want one?
so show me this.
Do you want one?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking for.
Yes. So do you know what the oldest Quran is?
We're not talking. Are you following
I
the
mean,
conversation? You're
I'm
supposed to
asking
be
you.
bringing me something external to your Quran that validates what your Quran says.
Okay, you're still not making any sense, bro. What are you
I'm
even
not
asking?
making sense.
You're definitely not. What are you asking? Like, you gotta be more specific, bro. Be more specific.
Your
You're being very
Quran made a
vague.
claim. Okay, I'll bring somebody up to help you out.
Okay, so you're saying your Quran and then you're saying your Quran did this and that, and then you're saying don't talk about religion. Like, what do you want, bro?
No, I
Like,
didn't say
what
don't
you,
talk about religion. I said if your Quran is
that's exactly you
historically
said
accurate,
outside of
Ahmed,
religion.
I said outside of
All
your
right, go ahead.
Quran.
My
I
bad,
said
my bad. I
outside
apologize.
of your Quran.
He's arguing from a historical perspective, so it would be an external argument, so it would demand external sources.
Thank you, Rumsey.
You're welcome. But I mean, the Quran in this regard doesn't contradict history, even from a naturalistic historical perspective.
Okay, but does it say that Jesus was crucified or not?
It says he wasn't, but that it was made to appear so, and people thought he was, and we know historically people did think he was. So in that regard, it doesn't actually contradict history.
Well, you're trying to get out of the loop by saying, well, because one claim is historical claim, but then you're bringing in a theological claim to try to cover up the historical claim.
Well,
so
yeah, but
you're mixing history with theology at this point.
Hold on, no, but the Quranic claim is a theological one. So you're bringing a theological claim and using history to measure it. And now that I'm using a historical claim to refute you, now you're complaining?
No, but can you historically verify that Jesus wasn't crucified historically?
Okay, so now you're speaking about religion again.
Wait,
You're saying,
just one second. The Quran is not a book of history. It's a book of theologies. You're doing a categorical error.
Do it make historical claims?
One second. Let me finish. 1 second. It makes a claim that Jesus was miraculously saved from the crucifixion. Miraculously, by default, is theological. You can't historically prove a miracle.
Okay, but I'm asking you historically, because this is history we're talking about now at this point. Historically, can you prove that he wasn't?
Okay, hold on. I think you're confusing something here. The argument that he was not crucified is that he was miraculously saved,
which is theology.
Hold on. You cannot. I know that's the point. You can't historically prove Jesus was miraculous. Like, okay, Jesus was not crucified, but it's not just simply he wasn't crucified. It says he was miraculously saved. Now, if it was just to say he was not crucified, period, okay, then you might have a point there. But that's not what it says. I mean, it says that, but in what way does it say that? It says that he was miraculously saved by God. You can't you got me. I can't historically prove to you Jesus was miraculously saved. Now, we can prove to you the Qur'an does make the claim that people thought he was crucified, and we can historically prove that. Sure, no one
bro,
denies that.
look, bro, my Muslim brother, he didn't get you. He didn't get you.
Ahmed,
Look, bro, he didn't get you.
please. Ahmed,
Look,
please.
Akhi,
Please. With all due respect, please don't speak out of ignorance. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Akhi, I'm trying to talk here, bro.
Don't be
Akhi,
mean to your
relax.
brother, Rumsey. Why you
He's
acting
not-
like that?
That's
Don't be
fine.
mean to
That's
your
fine.
brother.
No problem.
He didn't get
Don't worry
you.
about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, but,
He didn't get you. My man over here is not my brother that's Muslim. Talking to you, my man. You're over here confused, bro.
I'm confused.
Christianity is confused. You guys believe that Jesus is God, the Son of God? Like, come on.
You don't need to deflect. We don't need to deflect.
Yeah, we're not talking about that right now. We can probably get to that
My
later.
man,
but
he's
we're not
Christian,
talking about
right?
that right now.
Are you Christian?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Okay, so come on now. Who was Jesus talking to when he was talking to the Father?
That's not what we're talking
Was
about.
the
I said
Father
we
the
could talk
God?
about that in a minute, Ahmed.
It's not polite. It's not
Bro,
polite.
shut the
It's
fuck up,
changing the subject.
Muslim brother.
Hey,
Shut up, bro. Let
hey,
me talk.
bruh.
My goodness.
All right, man. Watch your head.
That's not.
Watch your head, bro.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna ask him to get removed, but I mean, at the same time, I don't know. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no, like as I don't know if it was the last thing I said, but yeah, so it's what do you call it? It's a categorical error to demand historical proof for a theological claim or for a miraculous metaphysical claim.
But you're trying to discredit a historical claim with a theological claim. That's my point.
Yeah, that's fine, but you can't historically disprove a miracle.
So it's cool when you do it, but it's a problem when I do it.
No, hold on. You can disagree. For God's sake. You can disagree with a historical claim on the basis of a theological one, but you can't historically refute a miracle. Like I can't say, hey, you know what? This is So for example, I would not say the Qur'an historically disproves the crucifixion. That makes no sense because the Qur'an is not a book of history. It's a book of theology, and it makes a claim about theology.
But does it make claims about history as well?
Okay. What do you mean by history? Okay, I think
historical accounts. Does it give historical accounts about like children of Israel and all of these type of things?
Okay. When you say
hold on. Let me finish. Hold on.
Go ahead,
I'm just saying, historically, does it make historical accounts about historical people, whether or not because we're not atheists here. We believe in our scriptures, and we believe that Abraham, Moses, and all of these people, and children of Israel, and all of these people existed, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I almost tripped. What's it called? I lost my train of thought. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I almost tripped over a bag of cat food. What was I gonna say? Give me a second. Yeah. Excuse me. So I think we're talking past each other on the definition of historical. When you say historical, do you mean just something that happened in the past? Or do you mean something that goes in line with the naturalistic historical method? Because I think we're using two different definitions here.
Well, I mean, you can use, according to the Bible, I think you can basically use both of them, and we could talk about it.
But it can't be both. It can't be both because a miraculous, look, for example,
I wasn't talking about the miracles at this point. I was just talking about people that actually existed in places and things like this.
Okay, fine. So when you say prove something historically, do you mean just prove that it happened, or do you mean prove it according to the naturalistic historical method?
You can use the historical method.
Okay, but that's a problem. You can't use the historical method by its very nature cannot verify miracles or miraculous events. You can't, for example, no historian would ever say you can historically prove, for example, Moses opening the sea, because that's a miraculous event. History by default is a naturalistic science or subject, you could say.
Right, but wouldn't a crucifixion be a historical event?
The Quranic claim that he was miraculously saved is not a historical claim. It's a theological one. It's a metaphysical.
I understand that, but wouldn't the crucifixion be a historical event?
Okay, my friend, I think it's almost like you're ignoring me.
No, I'm listening to you. I'm not even dealing with your Quranic claim at the moment. We're just saying about the actual crucifixion. This event, wouldn't it have been historical?
Okay, hold on. This is an event in history, correct?
Say what?
This event we call the crucifixion is something that history records, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The Quran claims that during this event, Jesus was miraculously saved, correct?
That's the claim.
Right. But the Quran says that, yeah?
Yeah, that's the claim of the Quran.
Okay. Can you historically prove miracles?
I said no to that already.
Okay. So why do you keep asking me to historically prove this miracle?
Do you understand what I'm saying when I say that?
Yes,
I do. Hold on.
You're asking me to give you historical proof Jesus was not crucified, correct?
The historicity of it, right? Because
Okay.
because you're trying to have your cake and eat it too. You're
How?
trying to have your cake and eat it too. We're saying, well, it appeared that he was actually crucified, but then I'm going to interject this theological claim into it to say he wasn't crucified.
Hold on.
That's how you're trying to have your cake and eat it too.
Hold on. I'm not making any claims here. I'm just pointing out what the Qur'an says. You're coming here saying you need to provide evidence of this, historical evidence of this. You cannot historically prove that angels existed. You cannot historically prove miracles happened. This event you're describing is a miracle in the Qur'an. You can't use the naturalistic historical method to prove a miracle.
Okay, so if we see this miracle, because you believe that Muhammad, this is a revelation, right?
Absolutely, peace be upon him, yes.
Right. But if we see this supposed miracle being told hundreds of years before your Quran, and we know the source of where it comes from, right?
Sorry, which miracle before the Quran? Which miracle?
That Jesus was actually saved.
What? Oh, I see. Okay, go on. Okay.
Right. And we see that we see this actually accounted for, right, before your Quran, because we have all of these people, right, the certain groups, early groups that says, well, Jesus wasn't crucified.
Okay.
And we know
Sorry,
that. Well, you said that this is so are you here to, would you agree that this theological claim isn't just strictly on the basis of the Quran then?
Sorry.
The Quran, this isn't new.
I'm confused with, sorry, are you asking me, is the Quran the first text in history to claim Jesus was not crucified? No, it's not.
Right, but this is supposed to be a revelation, right?
Okay. What's your point? What's the problem?
Well, because according to Muhammad, there isn't no prophet or holy person in between him and Jesus.
Right. What's your point though?
Then somebody got this revelation from somebody else, from Allah.
How does that follow?
Because it was already recorded before your Quran.
Right, but how does it follow that somebody who wrote that before the Quran was getting revelation from God? How does that follow?
How else would they know?
Because, okay, if the Quranic claim is true, that would mean someone else writing it in the past wouldn't really be that surprising, would it?
How would they know?
I don't know, but it doesn't then necessitate that they have to be a prophet.
What do you get revelation? How do you get, so you can get revelation from somebody else other than God?
Okay, hold on a second. If Jesus truly was not crucified, okay, and he truly was saved by God, okay, and his disciples knew he was saved by God, then I don't know how this would happen, but I can imagine it's possible that information can get passed down. I don't see how it then.
Well, no disciple said that he was saved by God. Hold on, Ramsey.
I'm not finished. This is all hypothetical, my friend. We're only speaking of hypotheticals. I'm not making historical claims. You're the one describing a hypothetical. Nonetheless,
no, it's not a hypothetical. The Dosists believe that Jesus wasn't crucified.
Hold on, my friend. Hold on. You don't have to be a Muslim or be a prophet of God to believe Christ is crucified. Now, how they came to that conclusion, I don't know. I'll tell you what, for example, these different Gnostic groups, they believed all sorts of different things. Some things that...
Let that pass. I hate those are so loud.
Yeah, I don't know. You're not the one doing that?
No, that's from them gifting.
Okay, that's cool. I lost my train of thought again.
Well, you were saying just because somebody else recorded this in the past, you don't see how is that surprising.
Excuse me. Somebody said I cooked myself. Okay. I mean, I just had some steak, some overly cooked steak. So yeah, that's cool. Anyway, what's it called? Yeah, medium rare is my thing. What was I saying? Yeah, look. Okay, so very simply, the different Gnostic groups, they agreed with some things Muslims say. They disagreed with some things Muslims say. How they came to their conclusions, I don't know. But to claim that in order for someone to agree with Islam prior to the Qur'an, they had to be a prophet of God, a revelation from God, not necessarily. I don't see how that follows.
Well, because
that would be the equivalent of me saying, well, we find some things in the Gnostic text that agree with Christianity. Therefore, the authors of these texts must have been true apostles. It's like, what? How does that follow? Like,
well,
just because they agree with something in my faith, it doesn't mean that they received revelation from God. No, we don't.
Well,
have
this
to,
is right. This is why it does have to follow, because according to you in your Quran, it was made to appear. So if people was there witnessing this crucifixion, that means that they would have left believing that Jesus was actually crucified. Okay. Correct? Would you agree on that?
Probably, yes, that would make sense.
Right. So if some group of people come out and say, well, no, Jesus wasn't crucified, blase. Well, then if this is a revelation, because according to you in your Quran, this is a revelation that Muhammad got, divinely inspired.
It doesn't mean that's the only way they could have known.
How else would they would have known?
We don't know if the Quran doesn't say, for example, it doesn't mention if the disciple, at least I don't think it does. It doesn't mention if the disciples knew he was crucified or not. They could have possibly known, and they could have possibly taught someone, and that could have got passed down. That's possible. I mean, again, this is all just hypotheticals here. What do you call it?
No, according to your Quran,
my friend, hold on.
They was there when Jesus was lifted up and saved.
Okay, 1 second. So the Quran doesn't say, no, I'm talking about the crucifixion itself in particular. But hold on. Very simply, the Gnostics, they agreed with some things that we believe in, correct? Muslims.
Yeah, according to him speaking from a cradle and things like this. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Now, do you need to be a prophet of God in order to be aware of those things?
As far as the crucifixion, yes.
Why?
Because it was supposed to made to appear so.
That doesn't then necessitate that disciples of Christ didn't know he was crucified.
Well, what did the disciples of Christ went on and said after he was supposedly not crucified? What was their message? What did they go around spreading?
Okay, so the Quran doesn't tell us about what they were doing afterwards, but that's just my point. You're making an argument from silence.
No, I'm asking you a question. You made an argument from silence because according to you, you said, "Well, we don't know what the apostle said after him."
Hold on, I'm saying something is a possibility. I'm not making a positive claim. You're the one claiming it's an impossibility. So no, it's you who's making an argument from silence. I'm just pointing out the possibility that contradicts your absolute claim of a negative.
Because we know what his apostles went around saying after the crucifixion.
Okay, good.
We know.
So now you've gone from an internal argument to an external argument. We agree?
This whole thing has been external to your Quran, right?
No, hold on, but you've been arguing.
You just said that earlier.
Let me finish. No, yes. Before, when you were trying to argue for a historical, you were asking for a historical proof that Jesus was not crucified. But now you then switched to an internal argument when you then said, because Islam teaches that Jesus, it was made to appear he was crucified, it then necessitates that anyone who says that afterwards has to be a prophet of God according to the Quran, when in fact, no, the Quran does not teach that. Islam does not teach that.
Well, you shifted it because once you brought up the disciples, you shifted it. So I just went with you.
No, hold on, but no, you didn't mention the disciples, but it's an obvious implication by what you said. Unless
you mentioned the disciples.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. So I went with your train of thought.
Hold on, but it was okay, my friend, hold on. In order for somebody to have teachings taught down to them, or passed down to them, I should say, but from Jesus Christ at his time, naturally, physically, it would be possible, or not possible. It would necessitate that somebody would have to teach them that from the past. So that's why it was an obvious implication of the disciples. However, the very simple point is, you're making the argument from silence that the only way someone could get this information. And by the way, you're making it sound as if these people were Muslim. We're not arguing these people were Muslim. These people had all sorts of beliefs. They just happened to have one belief that we Muslims agree with, at least partially. And you're arguing that the only way one could have known that is if they're
I
a
never
prophet of
claimed they
God.
were Muslim. I never claimed they was
No,
Muslim.
I'm not saying you did. I'm pointing that out. That's an important fact, though. The very simply, we do not know what the disciple, from an Islamic perspective, we do not know whether or what the disciples were going around. I mean, we can assume. I mean, naturally, they were teaching what Jesus Christ would have taught according to Islam. But my point is, the Qur'an doesn't record what they exactly would have said, what exactly would have been teaching. But naturally, if they knew Christ was not crucified, they wouldn't then be teaching he was crucified. They would be teaching he wasn't. So no, one does not, from an Islamic perspective, need to be a prophet of God after the time of Jesus in order to teach that Jesus was not crucified. This is a really bad point, my friend.
No. So no, it's incumbent upon you then for you to tell us, well, what was the actual disciples actually preaching?
Hold on, you're the one making the negative claim. I'm just pointing out that your negative is not absolute. Like, I'll give you an example. Okay, if I say, for example, hold on one second. If I say, for example, there is absolutely no way that Jesus ate bread. All you have to do is come and say, well, why not? It's possible. It's physically possible. I don't have to prove to you that he did. It's just a possibility. You're coming and saying, no, it's impossible for anyone to have known this. I'm saying why it's possible. I can think of a feasible way someone could have come to know this without being getting revelation from God. Like, you're making an absolute negative claim. All I have to do is point out this absolute negative is not solid. I can easily concoct or come up with a very feasible scenario how this could have happened otherwise.
Contrary to your Quran?
What?
Because your Quran said that Jesus' messages went out in messengers, his disciples went out and preached a message, correct?
Okay, I don't think the Quran explicitly says that, right? As far
Yeah.
as I know, it doesn't say. Okay, well, regardless, this doesn't contradict anything I've said, though, my friend. It's not contrary to the Quran.
What we're trying to figure out, what we're trying to do, hold on, Rumsey. Okay. What we're trying to do is figure out what was Jesus's messengers went out and preached.
Okay, so what's your argument, or I'm confused. What are we trying to do here? Because first we started with historical proof of the crucifixion, that Jesus was miraculously saved. I pointed out you can't historically prove a miracle, and then you tried to make an argument that these people, from an Islamic internal perspective, would have had to be prophets, and I pointed out no, they don't necessarily.
No, I said the docetus, because you believe that revelation, right? Muhammad was given a revelation, correct?
Peace be upon him, of course.
Okay. In all of the revelations that he got, was it already given out?
As in, are you saying that was it previously revealed to other people, all of it?
Yeah. Was it previously
possibly
common knowledge?
Common knowledge? Not necessarily, no.
Right. So that means that when it's given revelation, who do revelation come from?
Hold on. When you say what do you mean by common knowledge?
I'm asking you. I was just asking you, was it common knowledge?
Okay, what do you mean by common knowledge? Like most people would know it? Not necessarily.
Yeah. Right. Because it's revelation from God, right?
Just because hold on. Just because most people aren't aware of something, it doesn't mean it has to be revelation if someone knows it.
Hold on. So was Muhammad given revelation? So was it revelation? Hold on. Was it revelation that Jesus wasn't crucified?
That was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, yes. It doesn't then necessitate that no one before him could have ever known that or believed that.
So what does revelation mean?
Something that God, okay, I'll give you an example. God Almighty revealed the words, Qul huwallahu ahad, say God is one, to the Prophet Muhammad. It doesn't then follow that nobody before that knew that God was one. It just simply means God revealed this information to him. Whether people before him knew it or not, besides the point. So you're not, you see, the problem is, okay, look, what do I call you? The word AI? Sorry, the word, you're kind of, how do I say this? These are kind of non-arguments. Like, you're making arguments, but you're not really proving any point here.
I'm just trying to get you, I'm just asking basic questions at this point.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Point is, okay, but I'm not getting your point though, like what you're trying to lead to, because the point is very simple. You're saying, well, that was revealed to him. Yes, something is revealed to a prophet. Doesn't then follow nobody knew about it. For example, the Qur'an reveals the story of Moses to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. It doesn't mean nobody before the Prophet Muhammad knew about Moses. We would never say that.
It's not that nobody knew about Moses, but it's intricate details within this Moses story that actually is not recorded in previous.
Okay, we can.
Okay, so
no
that means
problem.
so that means there's revelation that it was hidden, right? Because
Okay, it would
revelation
depend.
means
Okay,
that it's
it depends.
revealing something that was hidden is
Okay,
now
it
revealed,
depends.
correct?
Okay, not necessarily. So if, for example, we find the Qur'an says something, if we don't have a record of someone before believing it, it doesn't necessitate no one knew that. It just, again, this is an argument from silence, my friend. It's a really bad argument from silence.
Okay, how would people know that Jesus
I don't think
wasn't
we're getting
actually
anywhere, to be honest with
crucified, Rumsey? If
Sorry,
Allah
repeat
made it appear that Jesus was actually crucified, how did this select group of people actually come about the knowledge that he wasn't crucified? What would they had gotten this information from?
I don't know. I wasn't there. Possibly somebody who knew this information prior. Possibly one of the disciples of Christ.
Now we got to do
know.
probably this, probably the if, ands, and maybes and
You're
buts.
asking. Hold on. You're asking hypotheticals. How am I supposed to? What are you talking about, man? Really?
Because you don't have no foundation. This is the point. You don't have no foundation. You don't have no foundation to believe that Jesus really wasn't crucified. You don't have no foundation on it.
Hold on a second. Are you asking me how do we know the Qur'an is true when it makes this claim? Or are you asking me how do we know that these groups in history believe this? I wasn't there. How could I know possibly how these groups came to this conclusion? You'd have to ask them, or they would have to tell us. But that's not what you're asking. But you're asking me about that. You're not asking me about the Qur'an. If you ask me why I believe in the Qur'an and how do I know what the Qur'an says is true, that's a separate question. I can give you firm answers for those. But you're asking me about a hypothetical in history. Like what? How the hell would I know
Is this
that for
isolated?
certain?
But this is not just isolated to the Quran.
My friend, no
correct?
one knows that. No historian knows that.
no. This story about him not being crucified is just not isolated to your Quran, correct?
The Quran is not the only book that makes that claim, but we don't get that claim.
So that's
from
what I'm asking. How would these people know?
Hold on one second. But now, why do I as a Muslim adhere to that belief? Because of the Gnostics? No, to hell with the Gnostics. I believe that because of the Quran. How the Gnostics came to that conclusion, I don't know, nor do I care. Nor does anybody know. We have almost no knowledge on the Gnostics. All we have are later attestations. So
From our church fathers.
Hold on. You're upset. Yeah, from later church fathers, exactly. You're basically complaining, I don't know something that no historian knows. Really?
Bro. That's
Really?
why, and this is why.
My friend, are you serious?
Hold
Are
on,
you
Rumsey.
serious?
And this is why I was saying, well, let's trace
My
the
friend, I don't think we're really
breadcrumbs back.
getting anywhere, to be honest
Rumsey,
with you.
hold
I
on.
don't-
This is why I was saying, well, let's trace the breadcrumbs back, and then we can
I can't stay for
derive
much
from
longer, by
this.
the way.
Because
Okay.
even though, like our church fathers, they made certain claims because they knew they had writings about, what the earlier Christians believed in.
Okay,
Right. So this is why this was their basis of their understanding about why they believe what they believe. But you can't do that. You can't do that.
I can't do what exactly?
Are you not keeping up with the conversation?
Not really, no, because you're talking, but I'm not seeing the point you're trying to make.
You don't have no basis to believe why Jesus wasn't crucified besides a circular argument of because my Quran says so. And I believe that it is the inspired word of God.
Okay. Hold on one second. Can you historically prove miracles?
Rumsey, why are you going in the circle?
No,
I'm trying to help you get out of the circle, bro.
My friend, I've respectfully answered your questions. Can you answer mine?
I already answered this question.
Okay, remind me of the answer.
I said, no, you can't prove miracles, but this is not what we're talking about.
Hold on. Okay. Theological proof, historical proof. What other categories of proof would there be for an event in history?
We're trying to talk, bro.
See, my friend,
we're trying to follow the breadcrumbs of why you believe what you believe in. And you said it's a theological claim. You said, hold on, Rumsey. You said it's a theological claim, and you can't prove but what your Quran says. And then I said, well, how did the earlier people know, like the Docetists and all of these people, get this same belief? It was if it was made to appear so that Jesus was actually crucified. So I'm saying,
and again, I told you that's an argument from silence, because from an Islamic perspective, we don't claim to have what the disciples of Christ would have been teaching. But now, hold on a second. Can we both agree on a principle? There are only two categories of proof you can have for an event in history: theological proof and historical proof. Correct?
Repeat
Can we
that.
agree on
My
that?
bad. What you say?
Okay. In order to prove an event, or in order to demonstrate an event in history took place, actually, let me rephrase that. In order to prove an event in the past took place, there are two categories of evidence: naturalistic historical evidence and theological evidence.
Which means
Is there a third
eyewitness
category?
testimony, writings,
That would be that would fall
contemporary.
under that would fall under historical evidence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, those are the two categories. Okay, beautiful. Theological category, leave that to the side just for a second. Naturalistic historical category. We both agreed you cannot naturalistically, historically prove an event that is miraculous, correct?
I already agree that. As far as
Good. So now the only
hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so that leaves us one more category. We've agreed there's two categories. You've just agreed one of the categories does not apply to miracles. So now that leaves one category, which is theology. So now what's the problem if the Qur'an as a theological source makes this claim? You on the one hand, you're agreeing that you can't historically prove this. Like you can't, sorry, let me rephrase that. On the one hand, you're agreeing we can't naturalistically, historically prove this event. But then you're asking for naturalistic historical proof. You're saying we can't do X, but then you're demanding X.
No.
Are you okay?
No, listen. Because we do have
I don't think you're
eyewitness.
following.
Because
I don't think you're tracking.
No, listen.
I really don't think you're tracking.
You are putting. Okay, let's just put it like this. Would the people leave the crucifixion believing that Jesus was crucified
are you gonna deal with what I said or not?
historically? I already answered that question. Would you do?
No,
Would
it
you
wasn't a
believe?
question. It wasn't a
Rumsey,
question. It was an argument.
Rumsey.
It wasn't a question.
Rumsey.
It wasn't a question.
Rumsey. Would
That
you
wasn't even a
believe?
question.
Would you believe that the people walked away from the crucifixion believing that Jesus was crucified?
The disciples of Christ, we don't believe necessarily believed he was crucified. No,
The disciples of Christ.
not necessarily. No.
Okay. And now we're back to where we was at 10 minutes ago. So what did the disciples of Christ? Hold on. Hold on.
I need you to be clear. I need you to be clear here.
Rumsey, hold on.
It's a clarifying question. I need you to be clear here. Are you asking for theological proof or naturalistic historical proof? Because those are the only two options. Which one are you asking for?
Bro, listen.
Which one are you asking for?
Hold on, listen. If you listen to me, then you will know where I'm going with this. Okay.
So which one is it?
Because the disciples, they went and they actually gave a theological proof. According to you, it will be theological, right? That Jesus wasn't crucified because they didn't believe it. Y'all don't believe that they believe that.
Which category are you asking for? I need an answer. Which one?
Bro, if you listen to the end, then you would know.
It's a one-worded answer.
Bro,
really?
it's
really?
Listen, Rumsey. If they went on and gave a theological response to the crucifixion that Jesus wasn't crucified, right? And they went on and passed this message, right?
Okay.
Then it's a historical claim at this point now.
Okay.
So now we need to see exactly what did they claim about the crucifixion.
So you're demanding naturalistic historical evidence, right?
I'm leading you along the way at this point because
friend,
once you bring in, once you brought in,
for the past 3 minutes.
Bro, listen.
Okay, my friend.
Once you brought in the disciples, and we know what the disciples actually went and taught, it is a historical claim at this point.
Okay, so you're demanding naturalistic historical evidence,
Give me
right?
Yes, of what the disciples said.
Good. Okay, good. You want naturalistic historical evidence of what? Of the crucifixion?
Of what
or
the disciples said.
Okay, so now you've diverted from the crucifixion, and now you've diverted to the teachings of the disciples and what they would have taught. Those are two different arguments.
With the disciples, according to you in your Quran, hold on. According to you in your Quran, the disciples knew that Jesus wasn't crucified, correct? Are you tracking?
Okay. One more time. The Qur'an does not tell us whether or not they believed he was crucified. It only tells us that Jesus was not crucified and that it was made to appear so. It doesn't comment on whether or not they believed it. Well, what I said was, if you notice, my wording was very specific. I said they did not necessarily believe that. Your previous claim, however, was built on the assumption that they believed it.
Rumsey.
That was built on an assumption you would have to
Okay.
verify.
Okay.
Now hold on a second.
Hold on.
So one more,
Hold on.
my friend, hold on, my friend,
Let me
hold
ask you a
on. My friend,
question.
I'm not done. My friend, hold on. I let you speak. Hold on, my friend. I let you speak.
I let you speak.
You are now conflating, my friend. Now you have gone from you've shifted the argument. Your previous argument was there's no evidence to prove that Jesus was not crucified. I pointed out that you can't historically prove a miracle, so obviously there's no historical evidence of that. And then when you realized your mistake, you switched to, okay, we're going to go from the crucifixion to the historical teachings of the disciples of Christ. That's a separate argument. So can we both agree that you cannot, we do not need to historically verify a miracle because you can't historically verify a miracle. Can we agree?
Okay, let me show you how. What you're saying,
my
because you're
friend,
trying to
have a good
hold
night.
on,
Have a
Rumsey.
good night. Have a good night.
Oh,
Have a
don't
good night.
run,
Thank you.
don't run, because you know you just cooked yourself. Because he don't want to say, well, the disciples are making a theological claim. Okay, so but we need to know what the disciples historically said about Jesus, said about the crucifixion. And he knows once we bring out history about what the actual disciples said about Jesus and his crucifixion, he's going to be cooked. So that's why he just wanted to try to isolate it to a theological claim. I granted that to him. So now let's see what these disciples actually said about the crucifixion and see if that lines up with your Qur'an. But he didn't want to do that. Rumsey had to run away. Rumsey had to leave. That's historical evidence of what the actual disciples said about the crucifixion. What's up, Striving?
Your word. How are you?
I'm good.
How is it going?
I'm good, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
You sound a little.
I
Can you speak up
caught
just
bit
a
of
little
the-
bit?
Yeah. Is this better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. So I caught a bit of the conversation. We can just get back to the topic, or if you want to continue on that one as well, I'm fine. Either way.
Go ahead. It's all good.
Okay. So I think what you're missing is, I think even yourself, you've already talked about this when you're talking about the Quran, is the fact that, number one, the verse in chapter 4, verse 157, doesn't say that everyone was, it made to appear to everyone. It's specifically talking about the ones that claim they unalived Jesus. So it's again, it's saying, the ones that said they have unalived him, they did not do that, it only appeared to them. So it doesn't include everybody else that was in existence at the time. Number two, when we read chapter 3, verse 55, is Allah said now that he actually informed Isa, alayhi salam, that he will be raising him up. So there's no reason for us not to accept that he will have conveyed that information to his followers. And you've also reviewed some of the theories that the Mufassirun have included, saying that there was actually a discussion between Isa and his followers, and even the one that volunteered to go and look like him. This is a theory that exists, which means if that is true, then there is actually a historical basis that some people actually held, that the Prophet Isa told his followers that he was going to be taken up and someone will take his place. So what is the confusion?
Right. Who was his followers? Do you know their names? Are they recorded in history?
We don't have, so the Quran doesn't record the names of people.
So you don't know
after
who
the
these
prophets.
followers are?
No, we don't know their names. Just know that he had followers.
So, okay. So at that point in 355, right, it says that they will be elevated, right? The message.
He will be elevated.
Mm-hmm. So that means that these followers went out and they spreaded the message.
Okay.
And that they was going to be dominant. That message was going to be dominant until the day of resurrection.
Okay.
Okay. What is the dominant message when it comes to Jesus? Was he crucified or
So
wasn't
hold
he?
on. No, hold on. That's the one. So let's not conflate the what we're talking about. Right? Let's start with the first.
We're talking about the same thing,
How?
bro.
No, we're not. We've moved on now from whether or not did anybody else knew that he wasn't crucified. So, because you know the initial conversation you were having is whether there was anyone that knew he wasn't crucified outside Revelation, and we're trying to answer that first. Then we can now go back to see what was happening. Now the question is it possible that anybody knew that he wasn't crucified at his time? And I've just been able to show you an evidence that shows yes, it is very possible. So why do you
Okay,
want to
does
move
it
on
say
to
that
whether
these?
what is the message?
Okay, does it say in 355 that these followers, right,
Yeah.
of Jesus will be
Yeah.
elevated over the disbelievers until the day of judgment?
Yes, it said that.
Okay, and how will they be elevated over the disbelievers?
So the fact that elevation with God doesn't really mean success in this world, it's success in the next world. And so there are few theories, right? That success in this world is not what elevation from God is. It's actually elevation with Him on the day of judgment that they are still be known. It could also be the fact that regardless of what happened, that these people are still known and revered as His followers. And it could also be that Islam is the elevation of this message that Allah promised him.
So you're saying that
Either one
it's
can
not
fall.
it's not about the numbers, that they was going to be elevated in numbers, being dominant.
Yeah, doesn't mean that.
Okay, you still hold the Ibn Kathir or no?
So it's fine. So
Do you
again,
hold the Ibn
so
Kathir
if
still?
we say that, I do.
Do Ibn Kathir know more than you?
Of course you would.
Okay, let's see what Ibn Kathir says. It's a little lengthy, but
So 355?
yeah, about 355.
Okay.
Say, however, this is talking about the religion of Isa. Right? Says, however, some of them went to the extreme over Isa, believing that he was the son of Allah. Some of them said that Isa was Allah himself, while others said that he was one of a trinity. Allah mentioned these false creeds in the Quran and refuted them. The Christians remained like this until the 3rd century CE, when a Greek king called Constantine became a Christian for the purpose of destroying Christianity. Constantine was either a philosopher or he was just plain ignorant. Constantine changed the religion of Isa by adding to it and deleting from it. He established the rituals, Christianity, and the so-called Great Trust, which is in fact the Great Treachery. He also allowed them to eat meat of swine, changed the direction of the prayer that Isa established to the east, built churches of Isa, and added 10 days to the fast, a compensation for a sin that he committed. Also claimed, so the religion of Isa became the religion of Constantine, who built more than 12,000 churches, temples, and monasteries for the Christians, as well as the city that bears his name, Constantinople. Throughout this time, the Christians had the upper hand and dominated the Jews. Allah aided them against the Jews because they used to be closer to the truth than the Jews. Do you see it says that Allah aided them and they was dominant?
Okay.
Okay, so this is talking about numbers, that they're dominant over the Jews.
But no, he doesn't say. He said they were dominated over the Jews. He doesn't say that they were more than the Jews, right? He said they dominated, which is possible that their message, regardless of how little they were, was gaining more traction with the people. Not that they were having any kind of physical or numerical advantage. But let me give you that it is a numerical advantage. It's fine. I've given that to you. So what does that tell us then?
That tell us that dominant, because if they was dominant and elevated over the disbelievers, which was the Jews in this context, and they will be dominant over the disbelievers until the day of judgment. So that means till today that they will be dominant over the disbelievers. And what do the Christians believe about Jesus today to make them, because this is the message that they had. Was it that he was crucified or he wasn't?
Okay. So we're now conflicting categories, right? So if we're going to follow the interpretation of Ibn Kathir, we have to follow this interpretation. We cannot not pick and choose on what we want to follow, right? Now, he says that the people that this verse is talking about is the people before Constantine. Now, are you trying to tell me that the people before Constantine were all Trinitarians? These are the people that were dominant? Is that what you're saying?
This is talking about during Constantine.
No, he said before. He said that you were dominant before Constantine's time, and Constantine
No,
came
this
and
is talking
changed it.
because it tells us about Constantine and how what he did. He built all of these churches and temples
He
and
said,
monasteries.
"Fasamaru ala dhalika," he said they remained upon that for 300 years until one of the kings from the Greeks came, named Constantine, and changed it. So he said they were dominant for 300 years until this king came and changed it.
Hold
So
on.
let's stick to what
So
he said.
hold on.
right?
Okay. So according to this verse, says, remember Allah said, "Oh Jesus, I will take you and raise you to myself. I will deliver you from those who disbelieve and elevate your followers above the disbelievers until the day of judgment." So from that point on, from that point, when Jesus was raised up, he made his followers and believers dominant until the day of judgment. It's giving us a time frame. From that time until the day of judgment, his followers will be dominant. So what did
this entails?
right?
Are you saying that this entails that there's never going to be any period of down? You know, it's always going to be up, up, up. There's no down. This is what the verse is saying.
Yeah.
No, that's not what you're saying. Because you being dominant doesn't mean that every year you are winning. It could be you will have challenges. This is what this dunya is about. If you're going to be dominant, they will see that being dominant happened to every prophet. It didn't. They had ups and they had downs. So being dominant doesn't mean that you will be on a great upward trajectory until the day of judgment. It can have ups and downs, just like the prophet had
So
ups
when did
and
it
downs,
start?
and every other prophet had
According,
ups and downs.
I get you. According to this verse, when did it start?
When did what start?
The being dominant part.
So I thought we were going with Ibn Kathir. His theory is that 300 years after from
No, I'm talking about the verse in the context of the verse,
Constantine.
Straven. In the context
Yeah,
of the
you
verse.
just read. Didn't you read Ibn Kathir in that context as well? Was it a different verse that you read Ibn Kathir?
No,
You
that
read
was
it.
I read the tafsir on this verse.
Yes. So why are you not using his interpretation? You said you want to use that. Why are you not using it now?
Okay, we can go. Okay, with your interpretation from Ibn Kathir, they was dominant for 300 years, according to you, from this interpretation
Yeah.
of Ibn Kathir, right?
No,
And
you
then-
read it. So he said it, and that's what he said, right?
Oh, okay, yeah. According to this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Then after 300 years, they was led astray by Constantine, and so they're not dominant any longer. Okay.
That's this now that
See, this is-
that one trajectory part.
Okay, so this is why it doesn't make sense in the context of this verse, because they are supposed to be dominant until the day of judgment.
Okay.
Not
What I want to say
for
is that-
300 years. They supposed to be dominant until the day of judgment. So you have two options. Either Allah lied, or he just didn't tell the truth, or he just didn't keep his promise to the Christians and how they was going to be dominant.
All right. So again, now if I look at the way God does his things, that is his sunnah, the way he does his things, we see that he constantly tells us that this is a world of trial. This is not a place of rest. And that he is constantly trying and testing his servants. He says it in the Quran. أحسب الناس أن يؤمنوا وهم لا يفترون. That do you believe that you will think that you will believe and then you will not be tested? So we know that God is going to test his believers, and the best of the believers get tested the most. So this is part of what you promised. So there is no reason for me to accept that because you believe that your life is going to go up until the day of judgment. I don't have to believe that, because that's not even what the Quran says.
So you don't
So
you
for
don't
me,
believe what
there's
what
an upward and
355
down.
says?
I'm coming. Please,
Striving,
hold on.
you don't believe
Just
that?
understand the point. Just hold on and understand the point.
Oh,
I'm
so
making.
you
I'm
don't
saying that
believe
when
the
God says
Quran
he's
now?
going to give you, if you're going to follow what God says, and if you want to conclude with what Ibn Kathir read, he says that the upward trajectory is the first 300 years, they had a downward trajectory, and then they came back up with the Prophet. So what's the problem? How does that not conclude in this verse?
Because they supposed to be dominant
How is
until
it
the
going
day of
against this
judgment.
verse?
So when
And they are going to be dominant until the day
okay,
of
so
judgment.
when Ibn Kathir, when Allah says they're going to be dominant until the day of judgment, he doesn't really mean they're going to be dominant until the day of judgment.
Sorry. Who does he say are going to be dominant? Who are going to
Christians.
be dominant? No, he doesn't say that.
Yeah, he does.
Be specific to the word. No. He said the ones that follow you. So how can someone that didn't follow him be dominant?
The
The
Christians
verse
follow
says the ones that
Jesus.
follow will be dominant.
Who are
No, they didn't follow him.
who are the ones that
You
says
can't follow someone by changing his message.
striving?
He said you'll be
Striving.
dominant
It
if you
never
follow his
says we
message.
change his message. I mean,
They
you can
did.
say no.
Ibn Kathir said they did.
Historically, okay,
what are
I
you
don't care
doing?
what
What?
Ibn Kathir say as far as that part, because we can see that
All right.
we never changed his message.
How do you say that when he never told the Trinity? How can you say he didn't change it when he didn't? You're teaching something he didn't teach. How can you say he didn't change the message?
What was changed? What do we change?
Did he teach the doctrine of Nicene Creed? Did he teach that?
Yeah.
Really? How come on? So he told you that the word you use in Trinity and in the Nicene Creed, he was the one that gave you those words?
He said he was begotten of the Father. Yes.
Did he give you those words in the Nicene Creed? Did he give you that word?
Where do you
or
think
not?
the Nicene Creed get it from? The Bible.
The words in the Nicene Creed are they Jesus' words?
What are you talking about?
I'm saying the words you pronounce in the Nicene Creed, those specific
It's
words
a creed
that
based
are
on
they
the
from
Bible.
Jesus. Yeah, we say La ilaha illallah. These are the words of the Prophet that he taught us. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These
And
are his
Jesus
words
said that he
taught
came
us.
forth
I'm
from the
asking you,
Father.
in the Nicene Creed, is he the one that said it?
Jesus said that
That's
he
what
was
my
sent
question.
from the
Please
Father.
answer my
Yes.
question. Please answer my question. The words in the Nicene
No
Creed,
worries.
are
No.
those
Okay.
words from
Okay.
Jesus?
No worries. No worries. Did we change Jesus' message? I'm going to go with you. We changed
Yes,
Jesus'
you
message,
did.
right? We changed his
Yes,
message.
you did. You did.
But he still
Yeah.
made us dominant.
No, because the verse promised the ones that follow him will be dominant.
Okay,
If you
where
change
are
it, then
they?
you're not
Where are
following
they,
him
Stabin?
anymore.
Where are they?
So we follow Jesus today. That's why
No,
we are
you
now
don't.
the
No, you
message, our
don't.
message is dominant.
No, you don't.
Okay. All right.
Do you
So
do you
well,
call
at
your?
least
Are
we've
you a
agreed that
Christian?
this verse says the one that follow him.
Are you a
So all
Christian?
we have to do is find the ones. How
Stabin, are you a
did Jesus say
Christian?
his followers are Christians? Did Jesus say his followers are Christians? Christians are not the followers of Jesus according to him. He doesn't
Yeah,
say
he
that
said
my
pick up
followers of
your.
Jesus are
Yeah,
Christians.
this is the earliest creed of
The word
we are
Christian.
Christians.
Did he say my followers are Christian?
In Acts, we are Christians. We are called Christians because we follow Jesus.
Did
We're
Jesus
little
call his
Christ.
followers Christians? Did Jesus call his followers Christians? Did he do that?
Are you saying verbatim?
No. Did verbatim? Of course, verbatim.
It don't matter. We are identified as the ones that follow
Why doesn't it
Jesus, bro.
So how is it that Christians are the followers but not Jehovah's Witnesses?
Okay, hold on. That's a different topic. That's a different topic.
Why? They're both using
That's
the
a,
name of
that's a
Jesus.
different topic.
They're both saying
We're,
that
we're not talking
following
about
Jesus,
Jehovah's Witness.
the name. So
In this verse,
no,
in
we're
this
talking
verse,
about the
hold
nomenclature
on,
now. We're saying that
hold on,
if the
Stabin.
name you call yourself signifies who you're following.
Hold
That's
on,
what you're saying.
Hold on, Stabin. Because you said, yeah, we're gonna go. It's numerically. Numerically, we're dominant. We're superior. Because the Jews were the disbelievers. They was disbelievers. And so Allah aided
What?
even after it says, according to Ibn Kathir, even after Constantine supposedly changed the religion, Allah still aided them and made them dominant until the day of judgment.
Hold on. Why does Ibn Kathir say that? He doesn't say that, please.
Yeah, he does.
Don't put words in his mouth. Let's read it then.
I just
He
read
says
it to
that
you.
even after they were no, he said before Constantine they were dominant and then they changed the religion.
No.
And then it was now later on that the prophet came that come on.
No, it
Let's
doesn't.
be
It
fair.
says the
I mean, we're
Christians
going to-
remained like
Let's
this
read it
until.
then.
Hold on. However,
And what
some of them
Constantine
went
was
to
teaching them-
extreme. Hold on, listen. Some of them went to extreme over Isa, believing that he was the son of Allah. Some of them said that Isa was Allah himself, while others said that he was one of a trinity. Allah mentioned these false creeds in the Quran and refuted them. The Christians remained like this until the 3rd century CE. So they remained believing that Jesus was Allah, the son of Allah, right? Or the Trinity. And then it says
But
they
where did you
remained
just-
like this
Hold on,
until
hold
the
on,
3rd
hold on.
century CE, when a Greek
But you
king
missed a
called
very important
Constantine.
paragraph there.
Hold on.
Sorry. What you missed an important paragraph there. You missed the first one. You just went into that one. That doesn't give us a context. So Ibn Kathir said that this is what happened when Allah raised Isa to heaven. His followers divided into 3 sects and groups. Some of them believed in what Allah sent Isa as a servant of Allah, his messenger, and his servant. That's the first group. Then he mentioned the second group. So continue.
So according to this,
Don't forget,
did it say
give the
they
first group.
remained
Yeah.
like this until the 3rd century CE?
Yeah, so they were divided into 3 groups. They remain as 3 divided groups, with the ones on the correct sect being dominant. That's what he's saying.
Okay. Now it goes on to say that Constantine, right? He
Yeah.
built churches for Isa, right?
Yeah.
He
So
added
so
10
he's saying
days to
that
the
by
fast
3rd century,
compensation for a sin that he committed, right? And then it says, so the religion of Isa became the religion of Constantine, who built more than 12,000 churches, temples, and monasteries for the Christians, as well as the city that bears his name, Constantinople. Throughout this time, the Christians had the upper hand and dominated the Jews. So it's saying throughout Constantine time, we dominated the disbelieving Jews. Allah aided them against the Jews. So Allah aided us against the disbelievers. Okay.
what did he say?
That Allah aided them
No, what
against the
did- no.
Jews because we were closer to the truth than the Jews.
And then read the next one.
Well, this is he just added this on to him. This is
just say
this
it
is
then.
Ibn, oh no,
Just say it.
I
You're
know,
reading.
I know. This is Ibn Kathir's personal opinion now. He's not going off of the
so read
text.
it.
He's not going off of the text
Yeah,
or
so read
history.
it.
He says,
So read
even
it.
though both groups were still disbelievers, may Allah curse descend upon them. Okay, this
So
is just
if you're
his
following
this
it-
is just his personal opinion right there. We're talking about did Allah actually aid us and make us dominant?
Okay. So again, we're either using him as an authority and a proof, or we are not using him. We're doing our own analysis. If you're thinking through these things,
Only
together,
hold
then
on.
drop his opinion,
I
and then let's
only
think about
I
it
only have to
together.
go with what if he's talking about the actual Quran verse. Okay, yeah. This is talking about the
He wasn't talking
Quran
about
verse.
that, 'cause
But
the
this
Quran doesn't
little
talk about the
part,
history, right? The Quran-
this little part is just his personal opinion. He's not giving
So hold
it.
on.
He's not.
The Quran
He's
doesn't
not
talk-
talking about the Quran verse
I'm
at this
coming.
point.
Does the Quran talk about Constantine? Does he talk about the what Constantine did, the Constantinople city? Does he talk about that?
This
So
is
you
talking
took all
about
that.
historical
So
context.
you have to be consistent.
This is talking about.
So you have to be consistent. You are taking.
This is
everything
talking about
out of what he's saying,
historical
then you're rejecting
context,
the
bro.
other part without any reason.
See, this is what y'all Muslims
I
do.
don't think we are moving
Y'all
forward.
like to try to actually go on historical context until it goes against your Quran. And then once it goes against your Quran, then you want to bring all these theological claims and all of this. You was cool with the whole historical context until it actually was a problem for you. But now it's a problem for you. You go back to, well, now do the Quran actually mention Constantine
What
and
you
all
brought
of this?
So I'm coming, but let's be fair. You were the one that brought Ibn Kathir, I didn't. And I'm saying let's accept everything he said. You are saying no, you want to pick and choose what you want to accept from what he said. I'm not doing that. So you don't say that I'm the one being inconsistent here. You brought him, and you're now picking and choosing what you want to take because based on what you like. I'm saying let's take everything since you brought him as an authority. Now, if you want, we can now look at the theory based on the verses themselves, and we can think through, and I can give you proof as to why when Allah says He's going to keep you dominant, doesn't mean that you're going to be consistently dominant. That it's going to have ups and downs because that's what He says in the Quran, that you will be tested.
Striving.
So either
When
way
it,
you want to
what
say
does the
this,
word?
there's
What does the
no reason
word?
that being dominant-
I get you. What does the word "until the day of judgment" mean? What does that mean?
It means by the time the day of judgment comes, you will still be dominant.
It's not that by the time it comes. It's that we're going to be dominant all the way from that point until then.
But listen,
Until
I've already given you the
means-
explanation here. I've told you the verse. Now leave Ibn Kathir for a minute. Let's go back to
No, I'm on the
says
verse.
that
I'm on the
ones
verse.
that follow him. The verse now, we're talking about the verse. The verse says, and we will make the ones that follow you dominant, the ones that follow you. There's a condition. It's not going to make everybody dominant, but the ones that follow him. Now, if you do not have his followers in existence, how can they be dominant?
Okay, all right.
First 3 years, had his
Dominant
followers
in
that
what?
followed him, they were dominant. The ones that follow him are going to be dominant.
So the message.
Their message is going to be dominant.
Okay.
No,
What is
so
the
again,
dominant?
dominant-
Hold on. So what is the dominant belief within the followers of Jesus today?
That is immaterial. It is immaterial. It is
Immaterial. What do you mean immaterial?
Because we don't look at the numbers to find who are dominant, who are his followers. We find the dominant, then we see if they. Do not
No.
look at the numbers to know who are his followers. Look
How
at
else
his
you going to be
followers
dominant?
if they are dominant or not. I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying carefully. I'm saying we don't look at the numbers and say these are the dominant ones because they have the numbers. We look at his followers and see if they are dominant or not. So you can't go the other way. You can't say, oh, because you are more, it means you are the followers because you are dominant. No, you find the followers and then see if they are dominant, and you can see if the verse is true or not.
What is the dominant? Okay, dominant
when we
in
get to
message,
time
correct?
and then you don't have his
Okay,
followers,
we're going to go with you. Dominant in message. We'll go with the dominant in message because the followers got to have the correct message, right, Straven?
No. We've agreed that when God says He's going to make you dominant, He's going to give you the numerical advantage.
No,
Right?
I'm
That's
not
what
even
He
talking
did
about
with the
numerically at this point. Dominant in
No, we
message,
said
correct?
that. We said, let's define what does it mean dominant in message. What does that mean?
That they have the correct message.
No. How can that mean dominant in message?
So you're telling me that someone that have the wrong message will be dominant over someone that has the correct message?
All right. Let's take your definition. I'm going to give you a definition. So you are saying that having the correct message means you're dominant, right?
Yeah.
All right. So then what's the issue then? So we get to a point where people make the choice to leave his correct message and choose something else. How does that have to do?
Because the correct message will be dominant until the day of judgment, correct?
So yeah, then how do you do the choice of people not to take the message? How does that factor in there?
Repeat that. You kind of talk fast right there. What you say? Repeat it.
So I'm saying, how do you factor in the choice of the people in not accepting the message? How does that factor into this
disbelievers
discussion? No. People chose not to take the correct message and left it.
Yeah, they're disbelievers
so how does
at this
God
point.
fit in that scenario? Yeah. So then God will not. You cannot say that they are not dominant because they are more in number. They left the message. They left it. That's it. There's nothing more to it.
What are you talking about? It says, I will deliver you from those who disbelieve.
But the verse
and elevate you and your followers above the disbelievers until the day of judgment. So the followers and the believers have the correct message, correct?
Yeah, so sorry. Okay, sorry. I want to listen to what you said. So I'm thinking of what to respond. I want to listen to what you said. Can you please repeat that?
Okay. It says, I will deliver you from those who disbelieve and elevate your followers over the disbelievers until the day of judgment. So you're gonna the followers have the correct message. Whether they disbelieve, if they disbelieve, that they don't have the correct message. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So the people with the correct message will be dominant over the ones with the wrong message until the day of judgment. Okay. Who are what is the dominant message from the followers of Jesus to this day?
Okay. So we have the question in front of us, right? What are the dominant people?
What is the dominant message?
Yeah. I want to table that question for a minute. So let me just write it down. What is the
dominant message of the followers of Jesus today?
Okay. I promise we'll come back to this question.
What do you mean you're going to come back to this question? I need this question answered.
Hold on. Just hold on. I'm coming. I followed what you said. I want you to follow me first, then we can answer this question together. Now, in reading that verse, now, do you get from the verse, does the verse imply that God is going to protect people from their choice, i.e., that God is going to make the message dominant even if the people reject or refuse to accept it? Do you get that from the verse?
If you reject it, then you're a disbeliever.
No, that's what I asked. I'm saying if you from the verse, according to you, if what you get from it implies that God is going to protect the message and make sure people are taking it even if they choose not to take it.
No.
I.e.,
no.
Even if everybody.
I never said that Allah is going to force them to believe the message.
I didn't say. I know you said it. I'm trying to see if this is what you hold to that position or not.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So you don't accept that Allah is going to make the message dominant regardless of the choice of the people. I.e.,
no, it's going to be on their free will that they believe.
Yeah. So listen to me first. So listen to the question properly. So I'm now saying that now in a situation where everybody refused the message, and you cannot say that this verse still applies by looking at the ones that are having the most numbers. You can't say that this still applies, right?
So you saying that if everybody disbelieved?
Yeah, so if everyone chooses not to follow it and just choose something different, we cannot say that based on the ones that have the most. So let's say, for example, everybody in the world chose to be a Zoroastrian or a Hindu. So you cannot come and say, oh, because the Zoroastrians are more, it means that this is the people that God is talking about. Can you say that?
Well, okay, let's go with you. Then that means that Allah didn't keep his promise. Allah failed. Because he said there was going to be followers and they was going to be elevated until the day of judgment. They was going to be true believers.
He doesn't say that.
Yeah,
No,
bro.
he doesn't say
It
that.
says
He promised that the ones that followed him will be elevated. The ones that followed him.
okay, but under your scenario, nobody believed. Nobody.
Yeah,
So that
we're just to
means
see how
that
this verse-
so that means that nobody believed. That means that Allah didn't keep his promise. Because it ain't gonna be nobody until the day of judgment. It's not gonna be believers in the day of judgment.
So as far as this verse is concerned, the ones that did follow are always going to be supported and given upper hand, but they didn't follow. So how is that going to be a failed prophecy? Because this is not a prophecy saying that the ones the ones that follow you, there is a condition here. The ones that follow you will be supported. But if you don't follow him, then how is this a failed prophecy or a failed promise?
Okay. Under your scenario,
the verse doesn't say that. Sorry.
Under your scenario, hold on.
The verse doesn't say that there is going to be followers. You are going to have followers until the day of. It doesn't say that.
Oh, so
it doesn't say there always going to be a follower of you until the day of. It doesn't say that. It says the one that.
So everybody that believed in Isa, so according to you, in your paradigm, that means that only the disciples believed in Jesus and nobody else believed it.
No. So I think we can come back to your question now if you're ready. We've established the fact that to understand who this verse.
You see how that got you in trouble. That's why you're trying to leave. You see how that got you in trouble.
No, it didn't. I thought we were coming back to your question. Can you ask what you asked?
No, I'm trying to get what you just said. The hypothetical you just gave. Under the hypothetical that you just gave, if only the disciples, nobody bought them. Everybody else became something different. Everybody else became something different.
Just read from.
So that means, and then that means that there wasn't going to be. Hold on, Stravi. So that means that there isn't going to be any believers on the day of judgment. That means that Allah failed. Allah didn't keep his promise. Under your whole hypothetical, that means that you made Allah to be a failure. I know you don't want to take that position, do you?
We've already explained that the choice of the people does not impact in this verse, because God is not promising that there will be a followers. It says that those that follow are going to get supported. It's number two. I did not say that the only followers of Jesus are the disciples, because even what you read from Ibn Kathir says for 300 years there were people that were on that right message. So we do believe that even until the time of the prophet there were people that were on that message. It's only that their numbers kept going down because people chose not to follow the message. They followed the king. They followed the one with the power. They chose not to follow the right message, and their numbers kept going down until the prophet came. And then
so Allah failed again.
Extinct. How is he failing?
He failed again because according to the verse, once he takes Jesus up, he's going to make his believers dominant from that point time until the day of judgment. So Allah failed again, because if they had the correct message for 300 years and then the disbelievers took over and made Christianity or the followers of Jesus, their message, something different, then Allah failed again, because their message is supposed to be dominant until the day of judgment.
The problem is
Allah failed again, my friend.
People don't. How is it a failure when it is people refusing to follow? In your scenario, people don't have free will, that Allah is the one that is going to impose a belief on them. People chose not to follow. How is this going to be his fault?
So did Allah?
They chose not to follow.
Hold on. So did Allah know that on the day of judgment that there was going to be believers or not?
So
do we know on the day of judgment that there was going to be?
He knew.
Okay, with the correct message, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so these people are supposed to be dominant, but they're not.
That's why he sent a prophet again. So remember, the way God works is that by the time you don't have his message is now gone and no one has the chance to hear it, he sends a new messenger. That's why the Prophet Muhammad came. This is his from the time of Adam until today. His children, the children of Adam, when they went astray, he sent to them Noah again and again and again. Every time they go astray and he sees that no one else is holding this message, no one else is propagating it, he sent a new messenger to refresh. So this is his mercy on us. This is his love for us.
We're not
that he
talking
sent
about
to
that. We're
keep
talking
sending
about
messengers.
Jesus and his
We are
message.
talking about that. This is exactly what
We're talking about. Now you're bringing
The
in
message of
something
Jesus-
different. We're talking about Jesus and his
It's
followers,
exactly
his
on point.
message that he preached.
So listen carefully. We are within the Islamic paradigm here. Jesus came to continue the message of Moses. Moses came to continue the message of Abraham. Abraham came to continue the message of Noah. Noah came to continue the message of his father Adam. There's a continuity. God sends a new messenger when there is a break of people are not accepting anymore. He sends a new messenger. The people by the 7th century were not accepting anymore. So there is no contradiction here.
So that means that there's no true followers of Jesus
Today,
Yeah, that believe Jesus is true
are you
message.
saying that today there are no true followers of Jesus today?
Yeah, that believe Jesus is true message.
Of course, yeah, we are here.
Who?
We are the followers of Jesus.
Who?
The Muslims.
What was Jesus'
The
true
Muslims
message?
are the
then?
followers of Jesus.
What was Jesus' true
That
message?
there's only one God. There's only one God.
How do you know that?
And we should worship that one God.
Where's the
Because God
Injil?
told us. So
Where's the Injil?
what do you mean? What does the location of Injil have to do with
Because
the fact
that's
that God is
Jesus'
telling us
message,
what he
correct?
said in Injil?
That was revealed to Jesus, right?
No, that's not his message. That's the book he was given.
Was
His
that
message is
revealed
there's
to
one God.
Jesus?
That's not his message. Of course, it was revealed to him.
Okay, where is it?
What do you mean? Where is it? We don't. The people didn't keep it. They left it and they chose something different for themselves.
So how can you be a Muslim and know that Muhammad aligns with Jesus and you're following Jesus' true message if you don't even have it? You don't even know what it is.
No, because God told me what the message is. So are you saying that God cannot give a revelation?
That's just a
anymore, or he never gave
presupposition that you
revelation?
believe Muhammad is telling the truth.
So no, that's not the presupposition is going to be if God sends a messenger or he doesn't. If he does send a messenger, then all you have to do is look for the messenger. But if he doesn't, then we can't find his message anymore. That's not a presupposition.
That's a presupposition that
how we
that
answer.
Muhammad is telling the truth.
No, that's not a presupposition. The presupposition is that whether or not God sends a messenger or not. If he does, then we look for the messenger.
Hold
If
on.
he doesn't, then
But-
we don't have to look for anyone.
But didn't Muhammad say that his message aligned with the previous prophet's message?
That's immaterial to the investigation.
Immaterial. No,
Investigation
that
starts
is
with
crucial to what are you talking about? That is
Immaterial
crucial.
to the investigation. I'm saying investigation word.
That is
I'm saying
crucial
when we
because we need to know,
research-
was he actually contradicting the message of Jesus? And Muslims do actually follow it because Muhammad preaches the exact same thing as Jesus. That is very, very crucial, my friend. So do we have Jesus' message?
All right. So we're saying that it is crucial to know if what the prophet is teaching is in line with what the previous prophets taught, right? Is that the question we need to ask?
Jesus specifically.
Yeah. So we need to make sure that if what the Prophet Muhammad taught is going to be the same as what Jesus taught.
Yes. And how will we know what Jesus taught exactly?
Okay. All right. So how would we know that? Let's answer this question together, please. Let's think. Now, I want you to exhaustively list out all the way that we will know how what Jesus taught.
No, I want you to do that.
No, what? Let's do it together.
You're gonna deny what I bring.
So
You're gonna deny what I bring.
I'm
I
not-
want
we're
to know
thinking
what
together,
you
right?
bring.
We're thinking together, right? So number one, we can all agree that we will need accurate historical records, right? Accurate.
What is the historical
records.
and what historical records would you find Jesus written in?
Hold on. We are simply bringing out the sources. We've not.
I know. I'm asking
examined
you
any
what
of them.
historical record.
No. Let's list them out first, step by step. This is what we do in sales. We list out the problems, then we now analyze them one by one. So let's say number one is historical records. I'm writing it down. Can you think of another one?
Which one do you have?
No. Listen.
What historical record do you have of Jesus?
Hold on. We're listing out all the various ways we can know what Jesus taught. Now let's list out all the categories, so we can also looking at each category and see what is there. But first, let's list them out. So I said the first category is historical records. Can you think of another one?
As far as his teachings?
So we're trying to determine what Jesus taught.
Yeah, I mean, it's history and theology. History and theology, but we got to.
You said historical records.
History and theology, but we have to figure out where we can find these things.
So theology. How is theology going to be an evidence if it's not part of history? Theology is part of history, right?
Because he's talking about theological things within his message, correct?
Yeah, but the way we know it is through history. Looking at
that's what I said.
Can we use to find it? So I already mentioned historical records, so we have to give something.
Right. Once we agree where we can find the historical record, then we're going to see theologically within that historical record, what did he preach theologically?
Okay. Let me give another set of evidences. So we can see videotapes, right? Videos of him preaching. That's another evidence that we can use. These are not historical records, are written records.
Eyewitnesses.
I know this one is videos.
Eyewitnesses.
So hold on. Let's
writings.
Videos, right?
Writings about what he said.
Hold on. Let's take one by one. So I said videos. So you said what's the next one?
Witnesses.
So we find actual witnesses, right? Actual eyewitnesses.
What witnesses said about him, yes.
Yeah, no. What they said is history. Now we're saying that we now need to find actual eyewitnesses that lived with him, and we can maybe, let's say, today we find someone that is 2,300 years old. We can go to them and talk to them. These are all hypothetical. So we go to them and talk to them.
I said they're writing.
Another one is the fact that Jesus himself, right? We go and meet him, meet Jesus himself.
I said they're writing.
Thinking of all the things, I know we can limit them out. Are writing not part of historical records?
We could just do history. Come on, let's just do the history, because I got other people that want to come up.
Let's finish them first, because I think you don't want to mention the most important one. The most important one is revelation. Do you not agree?
But you will find the revelation within the historical writings, correct?
No, hold on. No. Revelation is not part of history.
So you're not going to hold on. So you're not going to find the revelations within the historical writings, Striving?
No. I'm saying revelation is new. If God chooses you today and say you are a prophet and he tells you this information, this is what we mean by revelation.
Just say you want to compare the Bible to the Quran. That's all you have to do.
That's what I'm saying. We're listing out all the ways we can know what Jesus taught. No. We're listing out all the ways we included eyewitnesses, we included videos. Come on. You are telling me that
we know it ain't gonna be no videos,
a prophet and telling him the information. You're telling me that's not part of it. Let's be honest. So revelation is one of it. So I've listed out 5 things here. So let's do elimination of what is possible, what is not possible, right? So we mentioned historical records, which includes writing, and then the document or the records of what the eyewitnesses said. We said videos, eyewitnesses, talk with Jesus, and then we have revelation. Now, will you agree with me that we can remove videos, eyewitnesses, and then talking with Jesus all from the list? Because this is not possible anymore, right?
I told you, let's just do history in theology, which we was going to find in historical record. I tried to cut this off like 5 minutes ago. I know where you was going.
I prefer to do it step by step. I prefer to do it step by step. So we said historical records and revelation are the only ones we can find. Okay, let's start with the historical records. What historical records that we have that are accurate of what Jesus taught? Accurate historical records, please.
Our Bible historically is history.
You're saying that the consensus is that it's accurate? Or is that it's the earliest?
Yeah, you don't believe it? You don't believe so?
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the consensus amongst your own scholars, is it that it is accurate or it is the earliest?
Both.
No.
You believe that it's accurate too.
That's not me believing that. That's what your scholars are saying. That's what the people.
You don't believe that it's accurate? You don't believe our Bible is accurate?
No, it's not accurate. It's not accurate. No, it's not.
So we can't find.
You know why?
Hold on. So, where was Jesus born at, Striving?
So I'm saying that the records are not accurate, so we can't know.
Where was he born? Where was he born, Striving?
So I'm saying the records are not accurate, so we can't know for sure. But according to the Bible, it says he was born in Bethlehem, right? Is it Bethlehem, or is it
Bethlehem?
Is it Bethlehem, or what's the other one?
Bethlehem. Is that
Bethlehem.
accurate?
Is that the one?
Yeah. Is that accurate?
It's what the Bible says.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
It's
accurate or not.
Bethlehem. Is that accurate or no?
Again, I'm telling you that I don't have any way to verify whether it's accurate or not.
Do you believe he was born in Bethlehem or no?
Yeah, sure, I believe. Why not?
Okay, so that's
Why not
accurate.
accept that. No, it doesn't mean it's accurate. What I believe doesn't make it accurate.
Can
My
you?
belief of
Wh-
anything
wh- where else-
is not
where else-
an indication of its accuracy.
No, striving. Where else would you find the story of Jesus?
That's not the question. But can you find the accurate story of Jesus? And we're saying the Bible is not it.
Outside of the Bible? Well, do any other
There's nothing else
texts
outside the
mention
Bible.
Jesus historically about where he lived, born, his family, all of this outside of the Bible?
So even the Bible doesn't tell us everything about where he lived. It gives us some information, not everything. But there's no other record of him.
Okay, so that has to be accurate because
there's.
there's no other record of it.
Why does it being the only record means that it has to be accurate?
Because this is where the origin it comes from. The
No,
eyewitnesses.
that has nothing to do with accuracy. Let's be critical.
Okay, how would you know anything
fact that you're
else?
the
Hold
only
on,
source-
hold on. This is where you're just not being unfair. How would you know anything else about Jesus? Where do you find this record the earliest about Jesus? Where do you find this at, Striving?
I've already said the earliest record is the Bible, right? There's no reason to even doubt that. The Bible is the earliest record. We're asking the question: is it the accurate?
And the most
That's
most
the question we're trying
accurate.
to answer, and the answer is no. It's not. It's not the most. It's the only one. So there's nothing like the most.
Okay,
It's the only record.
bring a
There's nothing like the
counter.
most, right?
Okay, bring a counter, a counter text written, around that time period
No.
to say that Jesus wasn't
not-
born in Bethlehem.
So hold on. That's not what we're doing. We're saying
Bring something.
we've agreed that the earliest record is the Bible. No dispute. We're now trying to answer the question: is it accurate or not? And
Okay.
there's nothing like
If
most
you're
accurate,
gonna
it's
say
already
it's
the only one.
possibly striving, if you're gonna say it's possibly not accurate, then you're gonna have to bring something counter to what the Bible says.
No, that's not how accuracy works. To judge whether something is accurate is simply do an exercise of itself. Doesn't mean you have to do anything outside that source you're looking.
Yeah,
at.
you do.
If you judge it on its own and you say it's not accurate, it's a definite statement that doesn't need anything to show that
Striving.
it's not.
How do you know if something's
example-
accurate or not?
So let me give
If
you
I
an
make a
example.
claim, how do you know I'm accurate in my claim?
Okay, thank you. Good question. So the question is, how do you look at the record and see if it's accurate or not? One thing is consistency. Because we don't have anything else to compare it with, we have to look at if it's consistent in of itself. If it has any mistakes that we can corroborate. One mistake.
No.
reduces its reliability.
No.
So how else would you do that?
Nah. God bless you, Striving. We just going to because you about to get
Before you
into
put
the,
it, let me
the
ask you this
Quran and I'm not trying to have that conversation right now, bro.
That's fine. Let me just ask you one question on your topic before I go. Right? So you said that Jesus versus Isa, which one existed?
Yeah,
Now, yeah.
we're gonna go right back to
Let me
history
ask-
again.
Yeah, that's fine. So let me just ask you a simple question. If you went to the 7th century, the 1st century now, you go into let's go to Bethlehem. You walk into Bethlehem, it is 25 AD, and you bring out everybody there. Everybody in Judea actually just bring them all up.
But Bethlehem
Shout out
is
Jesus
probably not
going forward.
accurate, correct?
No, it's fine. So I'm saying bring everybody in Judea, everybody from that region, Jerusalem, everybody. You have all of them in front of you, and you shout into the crowd, "Jesus, please come step forward." Who will step forward?
I wouldn't call him Jesus at that time. I would call him Yeshua.
So then the word Jesus is not there.
It's
You
just a
can't even put it in your
transliterated
comment
name,
because
bro.
Jesus, so if your topic is not accurate, then you have to take it out because Jesus doesn't exist.
Isa don't exist. Watch your head, Striving. You think you did something? Watch your head, bro. Watch your head. What's wrong with it? Oh, he thought he ate with that. He thought he ate with that. Come on, man. Come on. Everyone here knows that it was in Hebrew. Everyone here knows that Jesus name back then wouldn't have been Jesus because English just came around like the last, 600-700 years, bro. No one is disputing that. The name is just transliterated into English because we are English speakers. If I was talking to Jews, I would have probably said Yeshua, but I'm not. I'm not talking to Jews. You know what I'm saying? Hebrew speaking Jews. What are we doing here? Come on. What the problem is, man? Ooh. What? Go. Always come and putting your hands on stuff. Close that door. Told you about coming messing with me while I'm doing something. Love doing that. Y'all pray for me. I'm gonna have to hurt my son. I'm gonna have to put hands on him. He in that 15, 16-year-old range where he think he doing something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to 434 him. You know how they get. They get a little size on them. They think they tough now. Coming in here messing with me. Oh, man. Dang, ain't none of these people loading up. Yeah, I don't even think he got no hair on his chest, brother. Study. I don't even think he got no hair on his chest. He feeling himself around here. What's wrong with him? Matter of fact, brother Scott sent the super chat. Said, God bless you all. Peace and love. Peace and love to you, brother Scott. What is going on? Why ain't nobody loading up? And why everybody keep sending me these co-host things? I don't co-host. Bruh, ain't none of these people. Oh, my bad. What up, message?
Word, how are you?
What's good, man? I'm good.
That's good, that's good. How's things? All good.
Everything good, bro.
Did you read what I sent in the at the bottom?
You said Matthew 21, what?
11.
What about it?
Jesus of Nazareth, the prophet. That's Isa, alayhi salam.
How can you prove that that was Isa?
Does it state that he was a prophet? That's what we believe.
Okay, you believe you're a prophet, but people believe Joseph Smith is a prophet. So what? Just by you believing you're a prophet, that don't mean that.
The word, that means we're not wrong.
You are wrong.
No, we're not wrong because according to the text, they considered Jesus a prophet.
And?
So we're not wrong by calling Jesus a prophet.
Bro, let me ask you a few just baseline questions about Jesus, about Isa.
Go ahead.
Okay. What language did Jesus speak?
Aramaic.
How do you know that?
According to the text, according to what's hasn't been translated.
Haven't been translated. What do you mean by that?
Elo lama sabachthani in the Bible.
Oh, so you'll use our Bible.
Yes, it dates. It goes back to Jesus according. It's according to Jesus, isn't it?
Right. So, and also, how many disciples did he have?
12,
How do you know that?
according to the text.
According to our Bible.
Correct.
Right. And according, I mean, you know, his birthplace, you would say the Bible too, right? The Quran doesn't tell you where he was born.
No need to, but go ahead.
Right. So everything that you get a foundation for comes from our Bible. Your Quran doesn't tell you these things.
Well, the information that you're asking for comes from your Bible.
Is this accurate information?
Yes, you can say, and yes. Oh, yes. What am I saying?
Right.
Yes.
So the Bible is historically accurate about Jesus
His location
and his language
and language.
and his disciples.
Look, I'm not going to differ on that because I haven't got anything to say that there was more or less, so I wouldn't question it.
Right. So if the Bible is historically accurate about these things, why wouldn't it be historically accurate about the things that he taught?
Because there's multiple different teachings.
What do you
There's
mean?
the teachings of Jesus, which is very, very easy. There's the teachings of Jesus, which is the Lord's Prayer, which only includes the Father's name, and the heavens and the kingdom of heaven belongs to the Father and the Father alone. But then you got
That's not what the
the
Bible
writings.
says. That's not what Jesus says. What are you talking about?
The Lord's Prayer. What's the Lord's Prayer? What Jesus taught.
Is that all
Can
that
you read
Jesus
the Lord's
taught?
Prayer?
Is that all that Jesus
Can
taught?
you Oh, he was only in his ministry for 3 years.
But is that all he taught?
I believe so. There's a
So the Lord's prayer is the only thing that Jesus taught.
Not necessarily, but I'm saying the main thing that Jesus taught was the Lord's Prayer.
Okay, so how did Jesus pray?
With his forehead on the ground,
How do you know that?
according to the writers.
Which writers?
There's some writers in the text, in the Bible, in the New Testament.
Oh, so you
There's
use
multiple-
our Bible for that too?
No, we believe he was a Muslim, so and that.
I'm not
confirms
worried
it,
about if
so-
you believe he was a Muslim, but you would use our Bible for that too.
No, not necessarily. But I'm just saying he confirms.
Do
it,
your
so I agree.
Quran tell you how he prayed?
No.
Okay,
But he
so
tells us that he did
you
pray.
are using our Bible to know how he prayed.
Like I said, yes.
Okay, so if our Bible, you use our Bible to know what language he spoke, how many disciples he had, where he was born, how he prayed, what he said when he was praying. Because what did he say when he was praying? You said the Lord's Prayer. What did he call God? Message.
Yeah, no.
What did he call God?
Oh, it's a question. It's a question about the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah. What did he say?
He referred to him as the Father.
As the Father.
Yeah.
Did he really say that?
I don't believe so because Jesus didn't speak English for him to say Father.
No worries. He would have said Abba or anything. He was this, bro. Father is in every language. I don't know why y'all do this.
Because you're trying to conflate the Father with Allah now.
If you hold on, in Arabic, if you call your dad father in Arabic, what is the word Arabic name for dad, for father? Abi, right? If you call him father in English, Is he no longer your father because you use English?
No.
He's not your father no more because you called him father and not
Sorry?
Abi?
So, I thought you mean there's a change. No, he's still my
He's
father.
still your father, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So it doesn't matter if Jesus said Abba or spoke English.
No problem. Yeah, like I said, but we see things up until Jesus, there wasn't an issue with referring to God as Father according to the Old Testament.
No, according to your Quran, it was a problem.
Well, like God put an end to it.
No, even during Jesus' time, it was a problem according to your Quran
There was a problem. What do you mean?
by calling Allah your father.
It was a problem back then too.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
yeah, it was always a problem according to your Quran, according to Allah.
Yes, because Allah never told people to call him Father, but people refer to him as Father.
But you just said it wasn't a problem.
Yeah, because the thing is that it could be taken out of context as well. Because when Jesus refers to Father Abraham as Father, he could be referring to the Father Abraham at the same time. But when in the Lord's Prayer, when he says Father, what verse is it? It says.
So when Jesus was calling Allah his father, was he doing it? Was he a good Muslim at that time?
He was a Muslim, yes.
Calling Allah his father?
That's the language. That was the language they used.
Well, according to your Quran in Surah 930, that's what disbelievers say.
Yeah, but in Arabic.
What do you mean in Arabic?
Because the Qur'an is in Arabic language.
Don't matter. They were still calling him father. So it don't matter if it was in Arabic or English or Chinese. It still was saying that they was father. Allah was the father. And Allah says, let me read you. It says the Jews say Ezra is the son of Allah, while the Christians say the Messiah is the son of Allah. Such are the baseless assertions, only parroting the words of earlier disbelievers. So the disbelievers was the ones that's calling Allah father, according to your Quran. Only the disbelievers did this.
And who interpreted the Bible?
What do you mean interpreted the Bible?
Who translated the Bible?
All right, message. Watch your head, dog. Watch your head. What's wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people? Who translated the Bible? Come on, man. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. Nino, what's up?
What's going on, gang?
What's good, man?
Man, I just wanted to hop on the panel because I was, I have a lot of information, but I wanted to be informed a little bit more.
Are you a Muslim?
So if you have any information, you know what I'm saying? Because
are you Muslim?
No, I'm not Muslim.
What are you? What do you believe?
Christian. I believe in Jesus.
What do you believe about Jesus?
I believe he was the son. I believe that.
You believe in the Trinity?
Yeah, 100%. But my main thing is that, so Muslim, right? So when you go to Muslim, right, they believe in Jesus, right?
No, they don't.
But they don't believe
That's
that
the point. They don't believe in Jesus. They have.
Say again.
That's the point. They don't believe in Jesus. They have a phony Jesus. They have stunt.
Yeah, they
stunt double.
Yeah. They like to. So what I will say is that you're right in a certain sense. Is that they believe in Jesus in a certain light that we don't believe in. Like for me personally.
Well, they don't believe in Jesus. That's what I'm saying. If you believe in something other than the Jesus of the Bible, you don't believe in the real Jesus. You would agree with that,
Well,
correct?
so when I talk with my Muslim friends, right? My Muslim friends, they believe in Jesus. They just don't believe that he is the Son of God. They just believe that he is a prophet.
Well, they don't
They
believe in
believe that
Jesus
he is
then, right?
To a certain extent, yeah. To a certain extent, they don't believe that he is the
Okay.
Son of God. You
This
know what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
That's where
Hold on.
things get a little bit
Hold on,
construed.
Nino. Listen. If you let's just say your mama name is Claire, right? I don't know your mother's name, but let's just say your mother's name is Claire. And I come to you and I say, you're not the son of Claire. Do I believe in you? Do I
All right.
know you? Or am I denying who you are?
No, you're right. You're right.
Right. So once they say that Jesus is not the Son of God, they're denying who he actually is. They don't have the real Jesus at that point.
They believe so here's my thing. They believe he's a prophet. They don't believe that he is the Son of God.
No worries.
And that and here's
no worries. They can
and
believe
right
whatever they want.
and right to what you're speaking. Right to what you're speaking, because what you're speaking is exactly what I practice, and things like that. It's a little bit flawed, because
What's flawed?
they're so this is my main thing. Their Bible isn't touched the same way ours is. You know what I'm saying? So ours is touched on top of.
Watch your head. You ain't no Christian.
It's not only touched, man. It's been touched and tampered a couple of times, multiple times.
Like Aisha was touched, huh?
Oh, like Rebecca was touched.
Like Aisha was touched.
How was Rebecca and how was Mary? How old
How
were they?
was
You
Aisha
hypocrite?
getting touched?
Let's talk. Let's talk like a man. Let's read your own Bible like a man. Let's go.
Okay.
How old was Aisha? Huh? Let's go.
No
Let's
worries.
talk.
No worries.
Our Bible doesn't.
Yeah,
our
the problem
Bible
is you
doesn't
Christians
talk
don't
about
read your Bible.
Aisha.
Show me where in the Quran. Show me where in the
Our
Quran it
Bible,
says
our
Aisha's
Bible
age.
doesn't talk about Aisha.
You hypocrites. Let's
Unique.
go. Now you want the context?
Unique.
I want to give you the context.
Unique. Just be
There's
quiet.
nothing
Just be quiet.
unique.
Just
Exactly.
be quiet. Just be quiet.
Bro, you need to get a life, bro.
Who existed? Isa?
You're obsessed.
Did Isa
You don't
exist?
exist because what? Well, now you want to change the topic? Yeah, let's get to the real topic.
This the topic, bro.
You wanted to go on the other route. If you want to get down and dirty, we can. Get
I just
down
was
and
talking.
dirty
I was just telling you. Oh, you saying? And I can show you your Quran is not preserved. What are you talking about,
bro?
Your Quran has been rewritten so many different times, bro. What are you talking about?
I know the Bible believer is not. No, it's not true.
Your Quran has been. Yeah.
Stop making shit up. Let's go. Let's talk about that.
Watch your mouth,
Let's talk
bro.
about that.
Watch your mouth.
Thousands of times.
What's the breastfeeding for adults
Quran,
in your Quran, huh?
Yeah.
Where's the breastfeeding for adults in your Quran, Unique?
Even Christians.
Where's the breastfeeding for adults in your Quran? Where's the verses of stoning?
Actually, you believe in a God.
Where's the verses of stoning?
Bro, Bible talks about stoning. Bible.
I said your Quran. Where's the Quran verses of stoning?
Off her head. Talk about your Bible first. Your Bible is corrupted.
All right, get out of here, you bot. You dingbat. You're a bot. You're a bot, bro.
You got to have a sad life to be able to act like that, really.
Bot mode.
Alhamdulillah.
What's going on, bear?
Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi.
That's what I was waiting for right there. That's the OG salams, bro.
What it do, bear?
What's up, guys?
Ain't nothing, man. These Muslims crashing out.
So you was talking to Rumsey.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, I was in and out though because I was watching something. But
yeah, Rumsey slow, bro. That dude slow, man. I ain't gonna even front. Bro, so low tier. It's crazy.
That's like me putting it to Central last night. He come up on my live stream last night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he did?
Did you?
Whoa!
Yeah.
I can't believe he was there to come up and ask you questions after that cross exam you gave. That cross exam on that you gave him was brutal, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Tough listen. Whew.
And did you know that Allah's name is Yahweh?
Man, that's crazy.
Wow.
Somebody else made that claim, bro.
Just ask Central. He'll tell you. He told me that last night.
What's the name be making that? Who is that? Esoteric? Not esoteric. Man, one of them. Oh no, logical analyst. He be making that claim.
Bob Logic.
I know.
Bob Logic. He made that claim in your against your debate. In your debate against him. Remember?
Yep. Both Muslims that I talked to said Yahweh is Allah.
And now Central says it.
Alhamdulillah. I wonder if they could take the Shahada saying Yahweh. You think?
Yeah. Well, it was funny because he wanted to try to prove that Muhammad was a true prophet, but stupidly he went back to the Catholic Encyclopedia.
Why he does that every time?
And in the Catholic Encyclopedia, it said the prophets would speak in the name of God. And I said, well, what is the name of God that the Old Testament spoke in, Central? He's like, Yahweh. I was like, so is Allah Yahweh? He's like, yeah, Allah is Yahweh. Like, what?
SubhanAllah.
That
That's
is
beautiful.
that is not one of Allah's 99 names, bro.
It was because I had prove Islam is true, win $1,000 in a Shahada. So he come up and tried to give some philosophy, and he's like, how do you define true? And I said, revealed by God. That'll be the definition I go by. He's like, well, how do I do that? I was like, well, prove Muhammad is a true prophet sent by God. He's like, oh, I can do that. No, you can't.
Let me guess, Daniel 2. Daniel 2, Psalm 74.
Bro, I had a
no. I wouldn't let him go to my Bible.
Bro, they just don't understand. Every year they slowly evolve. They're slowly evolving to become Christian, bro. Like they are literally on a slow evolution to becoming Christian.
The most painful evolution.
The longest way around that you could possibly think to become
Christian. They're hitting every bump on the way down.
Every bump on the way down, bro. They slowly becoming Christian.
It was almost like 3 years ago, Muslims were saying that Yahweh was a pagan deity.
Yep.
Now it's Allah. Alhamdulillah.
Yep.
Wow.
They slowly becoming. They starting to see the light.
Inshallah.
And you know why? Do you know why now? The Islamic dilemma.
Yep.
Because now they have to affirm some of the things in the Bible, in the Old Testament, mostly the Old Testament, so they can't throw his name away.
And what they get off, they think they get away with saying, well, most of the Old Testament is, intact and not corrupt. Bruh, do you not understand that 100% of our New Testament affirms the Old Testament? Literally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're not doing themselves no justice by saying, well, the Old Testament is mostly uncorrupt. Well, our New Testament just affirms the Old. 100% of it. Like, you know what I mean? So.
Yep.
And with this argument of general confirmation, I grant it for them, but I ask them to define what general confirmation is. I don't let them give an example. I make them define their term. Do you know that there's not one Muslim that can define that term?
Yeah, they just use it.
Basically, what they're trying to say, but they're not going to say it is that whatever the Quran confirms is true, and whatever it
Eventually,
doesn't is corrupted.
yes, eventually that's what they get to. They're like, well, whatever confirms, whatever the
Yeah. So
Quran
why
confirms, we'll
would I
agree.
accept this general confirmation? Like in 1094, why would I? If I'm having
Well,
doubts
then,
about this book, why would I use this general confirmation to begin with?
and then I asked them, I was like, well, that's not the definition of general confirmation. That's the definition of confirmation bias.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. That is a confirmation bias.
Yep. Hey, I'm working on this new argument. I might do my next live stream on it. You know what it is?
Mm-mm.
Of course you don't. I ain't told you yet.
Yeah, we do.
Sure.
Yeah, we do, because you done stole it from me and Logic. We were thinking of it like 2 weeks ago, and you done snuck into our brains and took it.
My new argument is that Muhammad is an innovator. He committed bid'ah with Islam. Because everything about Islam is innovation from the previous text that or previous religion that he's supposed to be in line with. It's all innovation.
Ain't that the truth?
He committed bid'ah over and over and over and over to get his religion. It's all bid'ah. It's all innovation. And I'm gonna bring out examples of this all through the Quran. It's all innovation. Muhammad committed bid'ah. If Allah is the God of the Old Testament, of these previous religions, then Muhammad innovated, right? Allah's religion. He did bid'ah over and over and over and over again. Of course, it's going to lead into the Islamic dilemma, which I know it will, right? But he was an innovator.
You're trying to pull them in. You're trying to put a little bait out
Just
there.
a little bait.
Reel them in, just to get them right back into the same problems they always fall into.
Yep. That's what it's
The
going to be.
new way to say it. No, how can that be? But no way. I'm going to go refute him. And then boom.
They
trapped.
end up with Islamic dilemma now.
Just with the next argument for next year, David Wood said on the weekend is going to be the satanic verses.
Oh man, and that I ain't gonna lie. That's why I don't do that so much, because when you start going through their sources, they didn't compiled and had so many commentaries to just layer and layer and layer. Oh, this one said it was good. This one said it wasn't. This Mufasa said it was this. This Mufasa said it was that. And you have to dig all the way through all of these things, going back to the earliest of the Mufassirin. You know what I'm saying? And all of them, it's just like they put layer upon layer of garbage to just get to the, you know what I'm saying, the bottom of it. And then at the end of the day, they just gonna be like, well, I take this Mufasa then. I take this Mufasa. I take this.
Dang, what happened? Word got called or something?
Yeah, word got caught. Can't even bring anybody up.
Oh, you want me to bring somebody up?
You could try. It'll say you gotta wait till word comes back, though, I think.
Go ahead. Yeah, y'all can bring somebody. Man, my doggone son, bro. I'm about to just karate kick him, bro. For real. He keep coming and messing with me.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Alhamdulillah, we're doing good, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. How you doing, Word? All good? Hello?
You Muslim, Paul?
No, I'm not. No, I'm Christian. I think I already came up once maybe with Word, but I forgot. I think that was... Sorry?
Do you believe in the Trinity?
Yep, I do.
Oh, we're just looking for people to disagree, Paul.
Yes, I know. I was just
What?
I just picture like the cartoons, like where they got the little hook around the person's neck and just pull them off the stage, like, bro. Zoop.
Well, you got to know by now that that's what I'm gonna do.
I expected it, yeah.
Like, like, but Romello, did you expect anything but though, Romello? Be honest, brother. Be honest.
No, I'll be like on my live. I'll be getting pissed too when Christians be, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you could tell when it's like, all right, they didn't mean anything by it, but sometimes they just flat out just, bro, just chill, man. Like go sit in the audience.
Like, I know that a lot of people want to talk to Muslims and things to this nature, but if you want to come up and ask a question about Christianity, I want to know what you're about to do. So there is Muslims in the chat, and as soon as a Christian comes up and asks a question about Christianity, Muslims will start requesting, and they will keep trying to talk about what you ask. So that's why we try not to do Christians coming up and ask questions unless we're going to do a Christian.
My bad, bro. I just got back, bro. I just got back. I was dealing with something real quick. Who we got on the stage?
He got karate kicked. I could tell. He came back.
Man, dude is driving me right now, bro.
What's up, Wolf? You a Muslim?
No, bro, I'm Christian.
Are you Trinitarian?
Yeah.
All right. God bless you, bro. We're just looking for people to disagree.
Bro, didn't he just see what happened to the last person?
Shadow, you on stage.
Oh, shoot, my bad. I didn't even mean to read.
No, I just got to mute you up just because you're loud. Give me 1 sec. Hey, Word.
What's up?
About to, yeah, I might as well tell you before you get a few messages from that guy down that we brought up earlier, the Christian guy. I kicked him mid-speech because he said he was Trinitarian. So if he says that I kicked him mid-speech, he's right. I did.
Yeah, that's what Chris Claus does, man. He does that. But we're happy y'all all Trinitarian. We happy y'all Christians, you know.
So how do you guys feel about J9 getting cooked?
What? What are you saying? You gotta swallow your spit and then talk, bro. You gotta you got a wet mouth right now.
Brother, J49er just got cooked. How do you feel?
I don't even know what you talking about. According to Muslims,
Jay
all Christians
just got
get cooked.
brother.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean? He just got your brother just got cooked.
I don't care, bro. Are you gonna deal with the topic? Are you gonna deal with the topic? Do you want to talk about the topic?
Yeah, let's talk about the topic. Yeah.
Okay. Don't come up here talking about somebody else got cooked. That's not what we're talking about right here.
Yeah, I just want to let you know your brother got cooked. Yeah. But yeah, let's go ahead. Okay, so are you gonna explain to me how you worship 3 gods?
Are you okay?
Jay just got cooked. Yo, I just asked you a question. Are you
okay? Are you okay? Really?
Are you okay?
I'm starting to get really concerned for Muslims, man. Like, really.
I just asked you a
what
question.
make y'all act like this?
You sound like he inebriated, bro. Like,
bro, who's this guy talking, bro?
You, bro. You been drinking tonight or something?
But no one's drinking. Are you high? Or something?
Sounds like you are.
Your words are like slurred, bro. You good?
You huffing paint? You been huffing paint or what?
I'm blessed. So are you guys gonna explain? Oh, how'd you know? It's okay.
See, look, I knew it was something, bro. You just too.
Yeah, you're too. I'm not gonna lie. You're too smart, bro. You're too smart. Holy. Okay, fam. So are you gonna explain to me,
bro, on that carbon dioxide, man?
Okay, oh yeah, listen.
Boy,
All jokes
on that
aside,
CO2 up here, man. What's wrong with
all
you, bro?
jokes aside, bro. All jokes aside, are you gonna explain why you worship three gods?
Are you gonna tell me why you huff CO2?
I'll tell you, fam. Explain to me first.
Bear, you want to talk to him?
About what? About he don't want to talk about nothing, but he a troll. He over here talking about some other debate that happened in some other live, bro. Like, what the hell?
No, just saying your homie got cooked.
We didn't watch it, brother.
Yeah, you should have watched it. Anyway,
Something like how your brain is getting cooked right now.
Yo, Bear. Are you gonna explain how you worship three gods?
Can you explain how we do?
Okay, so the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so three different gods.
Why would they be three different gods?
I just said the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Why would they be three different gods?
Three different persons.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So can you explain the Trinity?
Wouldn't you know what it is since you know we worship three gods? What's the Trinity?
So why don't you worship one God?
What?
Why don't you worship one God only?
Can you present an argument that it is? That's all Bear is asking for.
Let me ask you something, bro. Let me ask you how many attributes does Allah have?
Attributes 99.
He gonna
99. Are those 99 ontologies?
No.
No, they're not 99 ontologies. Okay, so but are they distinct from each other?
Yes.
Okay, and do they make up? They don't make up 99 beings, but they're distinct from each other because they're not separate, right?
Yeah, they're not separate from each other.
So how can 99 be one?
Oh,
what's better? What's better, 3 being one or 99 being one? Which one's closer to one?
Okay, see, you're playing with words here, fam.
Now I'm playing
with words, man.
Bro, get the hell out of here, bro. How's it feel? You got cooked, Crypto. How's it feel? We're gonna go on other lives and be like, "Yo, bro, Crypto
just got cooked.
How's it feel, bro? How's it feel?" Hey, I'm gonna go to random Muslim lives. Hey, bro. Hey, Moses, are you Muslim?
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro, how's it feel? Your brother got cooked, bro. He got cooked.
I don't know what that
How's
got
that feel,
to do,
man?
bro.
How's that feel? Do you feel anything?
Not really. I don't know what that.
All right, bro. Hey, that's actually normal for you not to feel anything. That guy thought we was gonna care about what he had to say. It's crazy.
What's up, Moses?
What's good, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. What you want to talk about, man?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say, so you saying the Quran is talking about a completely different person?
Sure.
It's not the same. It's not Jesus.
No, it's not.
Why is that?
Well, do you believe that one person can have contradictory events in his life?
Well, I mean, I believe two different groups of people could say different things about the same person.
But of course, but according to these two groups of people, they're talking about one event in this person's life. Can they be contradictory, or one group have to be good, or truthful, and one group have to be false? Correct.
Well, I mean, the world's more complicated than that. I think the truth is, it's not black or white. It's gray. Truth lies in between. It could be partially right, partially wrong.
No, if it's partially right, that's not the truth. Then
you don't think
the truth is objectively true. Like red can't be blue. Red can't be partially blue. Then it's not blue no more.
Okay.
Red no more, right?
When we're talking about something more complex than colors, it is a little bit deeper than that. You could be right about a few things, wrong about a few things in a certain assertion.
Well, then it's not the whole truth, correct?
Yeah. It's not completely right. So that's why. Yeah, I'm just saying. I want you to know we are talking about the same person, though. That's it.
Can you
I
demonstrate
accept that we both. Well, I mean, We believe in his miraculous birth. His mother's Mary. We talk about him doing this similar things, same stories.
How do you know that he was supposed to been born miraculously? Did this just happen, or
Well,
was it foretold?
It talks about it in the Quran. It says he had a miraculous birth. He's the son of Mary. He's the Messiah. He's a prophet of God. He came to spread God's word.
Did this
I believe
originate
that
in the
100%.
Quran?
This is what the Quran says. Yeah.
I mean, did it
If you're gonna-
originate in the Quran, the story?
No. Yeah, no, obviously not.
So this story was actually told before the Quran, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, as a Muslim, right, I know because I read my book in context. I understand that the thing is, Islam doesn't come as a completely new religion to try to, say every other religion is wrong or anything like that.
It actually does.
It
The
actually,
Quran says that only Islam will be accepted. The religion of Islam is the only one that
well,
will be accepted.
well, a believer and a disbeliever in the Quran, someone who doesn't even believe in God to begin with, right? And it also judges based off what the person knows, what they're given. So as a Muslim, I don't think someone goes to hell if they were unaware of certain things to come to the truth, or they weren't given the right resources. It's intention based. I mean, people.
So are you saying
from
people can
sect-
ignorantly go to heaven?
I believe you can't really be judged for something that you didn't know any better about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the reverse is actually true as well. So you can't be condemned for something you didn't really know about either then, right?
If you did not know it was wrong, yeah, you're judged on your sincerity. So if you did something knowing it was wrong, those are your intentions, your will was bad.
Can you show me this from your Quran?
Sincerity, here's the thing, I don't have my Quran memorized, so I don't know exact verses and stuff, but I could assure you I've read a verse something like sincerity.
I think he's right, Word. One of my arguments against Muslims a long time ago is that it's worse for a Muslim to give dawah than not to give dawah. The reason being, if the person has never heard of Allah, never heard of Islam, they actually still have a chance to get into paradise. But once you've heard about Allah and you've heard about Islam and you reject it,
yeah.
then you go to the hellfire.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's I just want to say the westernized version of Islam you guys see is not accurate. So the thing about Islam, right, it's been just like every other major religion, it's been institutionalized. There's been people around it that have institutionalized it, created sects, created different interpretations, different commentaries, different beliefs, trying to make it more simple.
So are you Quran only?
Obviously some hadiths are good. At best, they're good commentaries, but I don't just accept every single hadith or pre-written interpretation.
Well, of course you don't accept every single one of them because some of them are da'if, right? But we're talking about the authentic ones.
I mean, here's and that's another thing. I get into arguments with certain people, even in Islam, that try to call certain hadiths valid just because they're self-proclaimingly valid. The way I look at a hadith is it's got to fit a criteria for it to be valid. Number one, which is a deal breaker, if it contradicts the Quran, right? If a hadith comes along and contradicts
would you say the hadith about Aisha are fabricated?
Absolutely. I don't believe that.
That's what I figured, and that's what you probably argue with other Muslims about, right?
But that doesn't contradict the Quran because the Quran doesn't mention Aisha's age.
It doesn't. The other thing is, what's the objective criteria you're using?
So my criteria, right, is number one, that obviously a deal breaker. It contradicts the original book, and it's a commentary coming from someone way after, so it can't be flawed. Second is if it's a one-chain narration or if it's a multiple chain. So if multiple people came and said the same thing, it probably happened, right? Mass transmission. The thing about the Aisha one, it's a one-chain narration, that specific hadith, and it's in a collection of hadiths, right? Sahih al-Bukhari, that book. It's a
But
collection.
why would that be? Why would that make it false just because it's a one chain narration?
That means one person said it and no one else ever said the same thing about that. So if I'm like, you have no witnesses, basically. You're the only person claiming that.
No, but that's not
decided to
true because you find them in all of the 6 authentic hadith books.
Yeah, like Sunan
It's
Abi
the same
Dawud,
narration, though.
Sahih
That's what I'm
Muslim.
trying to say. It's a one chain narration. It was narrated by one guy.
Yeah, but it's all validated by these
Yeah,
different collections of hadith.
and all four schools of thought use that example in the Sharia.
I mean, look, to be honest, there's other sects of Islam that don't even agree on that. Like Shias don't believe she was 6 or 9. They believe she
Are
was
you
9.
are you a Shia?
I would say I'm much closer to being a Shia than I am a Sunni or a Salafi.
Oh, then that would make sense then.
So you
Yeah.
take from the Shia hadiths?
I don't know many
They're
of
even
them.
worse.
I don't know many. That's the thing with me and hadiths. I have my discrepancies. So I'm back to my criteria.
So you Quran only then?
Your Quran only, but like you'll accept some things off of your own opinion.
If there's valid hadiths that coincide with the Quran and they're good
Yeah,
interpretations.
but you're putting this criteria that has like arbitrary like standards to it, bro.
It's only his
Like,
standard.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like this is not objective. This is just a fancy way of saying your opinion, bro. Like you're picking and choosing.
Explain though. What do you mean?
Because you're saying here's my criteria of the hadiths, and you'll say it has to do this, has to do that. You know what I mean? Like this is arbitrary.
It's based off a good criteria. Does it coincide?
I would call you a buffet Muslim.
Yeah, exactly. It's a buffet. You picking and choosing. I
You would
like
call-
chicken wings, but I don't like fish. You know. Like,
Someone called. What are you saying?
he said you're a buffet Muslim. Like you're just picking and choosing.
I'm actually not, because I incorporate the least amount of commentaries and extra stuff. I focus on the center book of theology.
You're customizing it, bro. That's all you're doing.
I'm not.
To what fits you.
Do you know what the Quran?
How about this one, Moses? Do you accept tafsir?
The interpretation?
Yes.
I believe I've never read them, first of all, so I don't know what they say. Second,
oh boy.
I don't know.
Bro,
why are you
dude,
laughing?
what are you doing,
Read
man?
a pre-made interpretation.
So
Why are you mad I didn't read a pre-made
let me ask
How
you
do
a
you know
question.
you're interpreting this right, bro?
Yeah. What makes you? Well, why would you
How do you know you're interpreting the Quran right?
Right.
You don't think someone could read a text and have their own and interpret it?
Bro, you can have 5 people read the same text and all interpret something different. How do you know who's right?
So how do Christians
We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about why do you believe that you're interpreting the Quran correct?
I think like the main message from the Quran is pretty straightforward. It's just
you speak
really,
Arabic?
bro.
Well, so now Moses, so now that we know that you don't accept hadith and you don't accept tafsir because you haven't read them, how do you know your Quran was revealed during the time of Muhammad?
Well, I mean, that's something no one historically debates about. I think it was revealed while he was alive. He linguistically spoke it to scrolls, and the scrolls recorded.
I know, but what evidence would you point to?
Well, if you look at the composition of the book, right, it's very clear it's one author. So that's something unanimously agreed upon.
No, not really.
Not really, bro.
You could they literally have computers that scan a text or a book, and they could tell based on word usage, language, sentence structure. Yes. Okay. So I can't give you a book with multiple authors that's compiled.
It's really funny. Now I'll give you one example of how this doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Is in Surah 7, ayat 151 to I think 156. It's talking about Moses.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it talks about Muhammad being mentioned in the Torah and the Injil. And then after that, it goes on to talk about Moses again.
So
Not to
what's
mention all the plagiarized texts from
what? What's
other
what's your
writings.
point
Like,
about that though? I don't get it. You think that's a
Like it,
completely different author because the
well, it,
translation is read
it,
that
it
way?
it's almost like somebody just stuck that in between there.
You don't think each surah is poetically titled and it all matches the same theme and it informs you on multiple things?
What evidence do you have that it does?
You're asking me like very easily observable details about the Quran. You wouldn't know because you don't read it. You guys pull these
Do you
highlighted verses
do
out
you
of
do you read
context, these
do you read
strange
Arabic?
translations.
Do you read Arabic?
I know some Arabic, but no, I'm reading it in English,
So you don't even know
and I'm pretty far in it,
if
and it
so you
makes
don't even know if
pretty coherent sense.
the Quran is you don't even know if the Quran is true then, right?
I don't know, but I mean, I'm reading over halfway through. It seems pretty true.
What do you do with the unclear verses?
With the what? With the unread verses?
The unclear verses.
Unclear. I think I've gotten a pretty coherent message from it. It's very emphasizing of the same message, same morals, same structure.
Well, no, because according to your Quran, in Surah 3, verse 7, it says that let me read it for you. It says, "He is the one who has revealed to you, O Prophet, of which some verses are precise. They are the foundation of the book, while others are elusive. Those who deviant hearts follow the elusive verses, seek and spread to doubt their lies and false interpretation, but none grasp the full meaning except Allah." So these elusive verses, only Allah knows what they are.
That's a testament to God's knowledge and what we could comprehend. Also, that specific surah is talking. It really speaks to the complexity of it. So I do believe what like the idea it's talking about, right? You could read the story of Adam and Eve, right? Which is in the Quran as well, and you could say, okay, that's two people that disobeyed God in a garden, or you could read it and based on your knowledge level, you could say those are the two morally conscious humans, and the apple is symbolic of desire, and they gave into it.
But how would you know your interpretation is correct of it?
That's just a philosophical way of looking at it. And then
but what I'm asking you, how would you know even philosophically that's the correct interpretation?
Bro, this is nuts. Holy crap.
What do you mean? The same stories in your book. People both.
But we're not talking about my book.
Wait, you're gonna use our book as a tool?
Why do you, bro? You know what I'm trying to say. What are you trying to say?
I mean, he already used our book because
this doesn't even say basic. This is just basic epistemology. What Word is trying to ask you is like, how do you know what you're interpreting is correct?
What does that mean? What's epistemology?
Epistemology is just knowing what you know is true or not. Like, how do you know something is true?
How do
you know your interpretation is true? And you're admitting there's multiple ways to interpret this. So how do you know?
Multiple levels of interpretation.
And how do you know you're interpreting this true? That's what he's asking.
I mean, I think when you look at certain verses more philosophically, they make even more sense and they apply to reality more.
But the thing is, how do you know which ones are elusive or not?
It's just saying, aren't there complex and more simple verses?
But how do you know which ones are it? Because what's elusive to me or simple or clear to me, you read it and it's probably not clear to you.
I just said that. Yeah, people at different
so how do
levels
you know which ones are clear and which ones aren't?
I think some are just objectively harder and more complex to everyone. And some people get it more than others.
So these,
some people get it more than others at different levels. But
no, it's not that they get it more than others. Some of them only Allah knows the meaning. Allah is the only one that knows these things, according to this verse.
Okay, let me tell you this. When you read a book, I'm not even gonna say the Bible because you guys banned me from using any.
No, I didn't ban you from it. If you want to use our Bible, go ahead. It's just gonna bite you in the butt.
Okay, I'm not even using a specific detail. It could be anybody. You don't agree that in Abraham, especially in Abrahamic texts, right? That there are certain parts of literature or of a book that may be have more substance behind them than others.
Do we have the
Like, for
Abrahamic text?
example, yeah, absolutely.
So we do have the previous scriptures, the Torah and the Injil.
You have remnants of them. Yes,
See,
absolutely.
see. Now you're gonna
I
get
know,
that's
that
what
is where we
How
differ,
do you know
my
which
brother.
remnants are true and which ones are corrupted?
Brother, that's my point. We're not as different as I know. Look, I don't know what you guys got going on here. I like to preach.
No, but listen to the question. You're saying there's remnants of it. Okay, so how do you know which parts are true, which ones are not?
Well, okay, so the way the Quran talks about this, right? The way God tells us, He tells us that the Quran is basically a criteria, right? This book is a criterion over the past scriptures. So you read this revised, right, version of principles, right?
how you know which parts of this Quran is the criterion? I'm going with you. How would you know which parts of this Quran is the
The
criterion?
the whole thing is basically referred to as a criteria. You use this as a criteria over the past two scriptures.
But isn't some of these verses unclear?
I mean, some are more complex than others. Yeah, I don't know about
No, it's
like
some
impossible.
are clear, some are unclear.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you know? How you know some of these unclear verses that no one knows but Allah isn't the said criterion over the previous scriptures? How would you know? How would you not know that?
If your argument that a lot of the Quran is so unclear that no one could understand it, that's a pretty bad
No,
argument.
my argument is to show you that you don't have no foundational belief on
There's
concrete
no
of what you actually believe. You don't only cherry pick the previous scriptures because you believe some of it are false and some of it is true. You also cherry pick from your own Quran, and you also cherry pick from your Hadith. So you are just going around and cherry
I don't
picking whatever
cherry pick with
suits
my
you.
Quran. I don't cherry pick with my Quran.
Yeah, you do. You have to.
How so?
Because some of these verses are clear and some of them are
Okay,
unclear.
the way you're interpreting the verse is it's saying there's potholes in the book and it's not complete and some things you'll never understand in it.
Yeah, some of them you don't know. None can grasp. None can grasp their full
I think
meaning except Allah. So your
think it's
highest sheikh, your imam, all of these they don't know.
okay
Even
for
according to
they're
this, even
they're
Muhammad didn't know.
self-appointed.
Hold on, real quick. According to this, even Muhammad didn't even know some of the verses in the Quran because
Do you
the
believe?
only meaning is
Okay,
with Allah.
okay. So can I ask you a question? Do you believe that there's things in God's knowledge that we'll never reach?
As far what do you mean? Expand upon that. What are you talking
I'm
about?
just God's all knowing, right? We both agree with that based on who you define, but we both agree who God is all knowing.
Yeah,
So and we're not, right?
of course.
So I think that's all the verse is saying. On top of that, it speaks to the fact that there is levels of complexity within the book. That's all I think the
Okay.
verse is saying.
Will
I
God
think you're trying
reveal?
to divisively use it to
No,
say
no,
that
no.
there's
Let's get
okay.
clear. Will God reveal something to you that no one can understand but Him?
You're saying that as if the whole book is ununderstandable. I think
I
there are
never
indeed
said the whole book. Don't
found.
straw man what I said. Will
You just
God
said would
reveal
God
parts
reveal?
of a
Yeah.
book that
Oh, parts now.
only?
Now you're saying parts.
I never said the whole book.
Would God reveal a book that no one can understand? That's what you said. Okay, you're good. You're good. Keep going. Yeah.
Will God reveal parts of a book that no one could understand but Him?
God reveal parts. Would he give us guidance and knowledge that some of us, or maybe even all of us, to some parts that are that complex in levels? Because I believe it's in levels. I believe, again, like how I said, you could read a verse, it has a certain message and has deeper meanings. I do believe there's layered
That's not
meaning.
what I'm talking about, bro. No
So I
one
think
knows
some
these
layers are
meanings.
outside of our knowledge.
No
Yeah, I
one
think there are
knows these
certain.
meanings. So what is the purpose
That's
of God revealing these revelations, these ayats to Muhammad, if not even Muhammad even know them?
so you're saying what's the purpose, right, of revealing them?
Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna know
So
them. He's the only one that
you
knows them.
don't. Okay, well, you don't think there are any basic principles in Islam that are understandable through the Quran that you could use as a
Bro,
criteria over the past two scriptures?
are you not following the
Yeah, you see what
conversation?
I'm saying?
Are you
So
not
there's
following the
still,
conversation?
You've
Truthfully.
been lost for
I'm
a minute,
following
bro.
exactly what you're saying.
No, you're
You're
not, because
saying, I'm saying,
you keep saying the totality of the book. I never said this. I keep
no, I
clarifying
didn't
and
say
making
that.
myself
I'm not
known
saying that.
that I'm talking about
Yeah,
parts of this book.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get what you're saying.
Right.
So my response to that is, well, and this is from my personal experience from reading it. I've gone back on verses, and then there's a verse in the Quran that says, "Indeed, we have written these verses that you may reflect upon them." Right? You may go back and reflect upon. That's why I'm against some of these manufactured interpretation and all this commentary and stuff, because the book literally says, "I speak to the one with reason who is not arrogant," and it encourages you to go back and reflect, to fakir, right? To think in Arabic, go back and reflect over the verses, because you really could go back on a verse, be like, damn, that's deep, right? That's basically God saying, I have some verses in here that are so deep that none of you would even get to that layer, to that level. There's still obviously substance and
Right.
principle within the book, though.
Right. So
Right.
I'm
So
not talking about the whole of the
so
book. Do you think God does anything without a purpose? Everything have a purpose, right? That God does.
absolutely,
Okay.
yeah.
So if God has a purpose and everything he does have a purpose, and he reveals some of these verses in the Quran that no one understands, no one will even grasp the meaning of it. What was the
Okay.
purpose?
I get what you're saying, but you're saying it in a sense like no one could get anything out of the verse. He's just saying there's layers of understanding, right? You go back, damn, that's deep. You get more parts of it.
Do you have to
He's saying that
understand the
some of these,
meaning of something to get the purpose of it?
yeah, but there's layers of meaning, right? That's talking to the layers that no one will understand.
Bro.
I believe there's something you could take out from every verse. Absolutely.
But what if you get
It's just on different
that's
levels.
and now we're
And
coming
also,
back, and now we're coming back. That brings us back to, how do you know what you're taking out of the verse is actually correct? And it wasn't meant that you were supposed to get something else out of this verse.
I don't think the meaning differs that widely. I don't think it varies that widely. I think it just builds complexity. So and that applies to any literature, you know. You could read anything, and especially poetry, things that are poetic or have metaphorical meaning, figurative meaning, and the way it all ties together, and especially a book like the Quran, 114 chapters, all these surahs, all these different verses that have layered meaning and stuff. They're definitely indeed things, a certain level of understanding, and that we won't reach, and that's the poetic way of God telling us that
But how do
He
you
is
know
all
you're
knowing.
getting what you're supposed to know out of these verses, bro?
Because the basic principles are still perceivable. So regardless.
Who said they're basic?
Huh?
Who said they're basic?
You don't think there's any basic principles?
No, I'm
in
asking
Islam?
you. How do you know that these are basic, the basic principles? How do you know?
You don't think the book, revealing the book, had purpose and there are basic principles in
I'm
it?
just asking you, how do you know this? How do you know which ones are the
Trust me,
basic ones and which ones are
there's
the
a
deeper
bunch of
ones?
shit I've read and I've understood as well as many other people. Millions, billions of other people that read and garnered the same principles from the book. You know what I mean?
Who said that they're correct?
It's not that varied. I'm telling you, when someone says something, it could have layered meaning,
But it
it's
is
not
varied,
it doesn't
correct?
vary.
I think the host is trying a little too hard.
I'm not trying to nothing. I'm trying to show him.
Yes, you are.
Hold on. I'm
You're
trying
not
to show
showing
him.
anything.
Hold
You're
on,
trying a little
Abdul.
too hard.
Abdul, hold on. I'm trying to show him. Since he threw hadiths under the bus, he threw tafsirs under the bus. He threw.
I didn't throw all of them. Okay, but that's...
No, he didn't.
He's picking and choosing.
Bro, he
Well, you
literally
have to.
Don't project. You can't project on him.
That's what he just said,
that's what
bro.
you say.
That's what he just said. How long have you been here?
Well, first of all, what I
5
said
minutes.
is the thing with hadith, right? It's on a grading scale of credibility and if they're actually right. So you gotta kind of sort through and with
Exactly.
that criteria. So yeah, you're not just it's not all or nothing. You gotta filter out
What's the criteria?
How you feel,
Sahih,
brother?
Hassan, and Daif.
Who set
There
the
you go,
criteria?
brother. There you go, Abdul Jahil.
Okay,
There
you
go.
just
Good
cooked
job.
Moses.
Excuse
Thank you, Abdul.
Lil.
What do you mean? He's saying he's
Abdul
he's
Jahil
telling.
just disagree with you,
He
bro.
just
It's
disagree
called
with you, bro.
it's called the grading scale.
Right.
Yeah.
The grading scale is true, right, Abdul? Like when it's Sahih is true, right?
Not always, because the
Oh.
people who wrote it,
what?
Excuse me.
That as I said,
Stuck
yeah.
for
2 peas in a pod.
Excuse me, like I said, the only infallible book is the Quran. Humans are fallible.
Sir.
Excuse me. Thank you.
That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about.
That
Oh,
is
I
what we're
answered
talking
your
about. That is
boy.
exactly what we're talking about.
No, it's not. That's not what we're talking about. He
I
went. He
answered
jumped
your
from
Jahil
Sahih.
boy.
He jumped from Sahih, Hassan, Daif to the Quran. He was talking about hadiths. Then he jumped to the Quran. We're not talking about.
I was referring to your boy with the teddy bear picture.
You like that? You like my profile pic, bro?
Yeah, don't get on yourself, dude. Like I said, don't try to change it up.
No, but you jumped
I ain't jump anywhere. What's your question?
because we showed you that Moses he threw
No, he didn't.
He threw him under the bus, the hadiths and the tafsirs. He said he don't even need tafsir. He said he don't need tafsir. That he can interpret the Quran on his own.
Read a tafsir. Ask him if he even read a tafsir. Somebody said.
Why don't you ask?
We already did.
What's the question?
Have you ever read any tafsir?
Have I read any pre-written, manufactured interpretations of the book that I'm encouraged to interpret on my own?
Tafsir, yeah.
No. Yes, I have not.
Thank
How
you,
like that?
Abdul. Are they pre-written, manufactured texts? Abdul,
I have, but only as a reference.
tafsir
As a reference,
Hey,
it shouldn't be
Abdul,
prioritized
Abdul.
over the scripture
No
itself.
more than that.
Abdul,
No more than that.
Abdul, is tafsir pre-written, manufactured text?
Who was it written
Interpretation.
by? Who was it written by? Man?
Exactly.
Thank
Name
you.
one. Okay,
No,
name one
Abdul,
text
wait,
that's
hold
not written by a man.
You
Thank you.
Abdul.
don't take from.
There you go.
Are you Sunni?
I'm a
Abdul,
Muslim.
name.
Are you Sunni?
Look,
You must
they're
be
gonna try to
Quran
box
only
you.
too.
They're gonna try to box you in a box.
Okay. Oh no,
They're
no,
gonna
no.
try-
Name one text that's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
written by a man, bro.
Oh, all of them are, but the Quran.
Okay,
is all
so
from
you
Allah,
don't take
it don't
nothing
matter.
then, do you? Because everything is written by man.
Well, like
It's
I said,
recorded by man.
the only infallible book is the Quran.
Was it written?
Everything else is from man, infallible.
Was it written?
It was
Only
recorded,
book-
but it was
the only book
revelation.
that's-
Did a man
only
write the
book
Quran?
that's-
Did a man write the
the
words
only
of your
book that's-
Quran?
The only book that's infallible is the Quran.
Did a man
Any
write
other
it?
book was written by man, infallible.
Did a man
That's
write
my
it?
answer.
Did a man write
A
it?
man recorded it. A man recorded it, but did not comprehend or conceive the words.
Did a man
of it.
write it, bro?
He recorded it on physical paper. Men recorded. Scribes
Okay,
recorded it
so
on
it's not
physical paper.
it's
But
it's not
revelation
infallible
from God.
according
It
to your
is revelation
standard.
from God.
Now
It is
you're gonna throw
revelation
your
from
standard
God.
out the window now when it comes to the Quran. though.
If you want to throw
What-
your
what do you
opinion,
That's
mean?
You're
it's a
gonna-
buffet Muslims, like what Chris
Yeah,
said.
both
buffet
of them
Muslims.
just buffet.
Hey, halal for me, haram for you. That's it.
What are you
if
talking about?
you want to throw your opinion, and then you more than welcome to it. But it's
Because
not our
Moses,
opinion, so it don't matter.
hold on, Abdul, hold on. Because Moses, you just said you got both of you guys are saying this. That
Right.
if it's from man, you can't trust it, right? But the Quran was recorded by men to your own admission. So how do you even know that this is even from
Well,
God?
the difference between the thousands of hadiths and the one Quran that stayed preserved and recorded directly from the Prophet, right? As we know, this is not debatable. Hadiths are commentaries, and the men writing them, they're not just recording information they're receiving that's not their own. They're writing it themselves, especially the Tasfir. Tasfir is their interpretation. They're comprehending the
Brother,
words
you're
that they're
missing
writing.
Moses. You're missing it. He's saying that the
No, you're
Quran.
missing it, dude. He told you
Bro,
exactly what it
Abdul
is.
Jahil, bro, relax, dude. Chill. I'm talking. All right. So what he is saying is that
Don't turn my mic off.
if the Quran is being written by men,
You might
you guys said
Just
that
give us a
according to your
minute,
standard,
Jaleel. Hold on, bro.
if it's from men, then you can't take it. You can't trust it to be 100% infallible.
If
Right?
it was
I know
written
you're saying
originally-
that the claim is that the authorship of the Quran is divine, right? But the recording of it, the copying down came from men. So how do you
Okay.
know that wasn't infallible?
Well, is a hadith authored by not authored by man?
We're just talking about the Quran right now. Just focus. How do you know?
The Quran is
How do you
is
know that the
revelation.
recording? How do you know that the recording of the Quran was infallible?
So Muhammad was illiterate, as you guys constantly try to
Dude, repeat
insult
back
him.
my question, man.
That's
I
not
don't
what
know.
we're
Hey,
talking
dude,
about.
I'm answering your
And
question.
he's
I'm
trying to
answering
answer your question.
No.
He's trying to answer your question.
I just want to make sure before you continue on, because it sounds like this has nothing to do with what I asked.
No, it
Can
has
you
to do with
repeat?
the
Can you repeat
recording.
back
It
my
has to
question?
do. It
Can
has
you
to do.
repeat back my question just to make sure you're listening?
Yes, you're asking me, how do I know that isn't the Quran also written by men, right?
No, that's not what I asked. I said, how do you know? Listen, bro. How do you know that the recording of the Quran is infallible?
Because it was during the time Muhammad was alive. He linguistically spoke it. It was revelation by God to him. He linguistically
Muhammad a
spoke it.
man?
Yes, he's a man, but
Okay,
he's a
so
prophet. He's a
how do
prophet
you
of
know
God.
that he received this revelation? Because he's a
Are you
man, we
gonna let
can't
him
trust.
finish? Are you
We
gonna let
can't.
him,
We
or you gonna
can't
keep
just
cutting him
trust it
off?
according to your own criteria. If it comes from a man, we just can't trust it on its own. We need something else.
Are
So
you gonna?
how do
Are
you
you gonna let?
know
Are
that
you
he
gonna let him
received
talk?
this
Or are you gonna keep
revelation
cutting him
from God,
off?
bro? Hey, Jahil, bro, watch your head, bro. Go sit down. You annoying, bro. How do you know that Muhammad received this revelation from God if he is a man?
How do you know any prophet received any revelation?
And there we go. And this is where it all starts to collapse.
I'll explain. I'll give you a further answer, but I'll answer that question. How do you know any revelation we've received in any book
That's
came
what we're
from
asking
me,
you, brother. This is called a
including
two
your Old
quoque.
Testament?
This is called a two quoque. I'm asking you, how do you even know that this is even from God if it comes from a man?
Well, I'm telling you, it's revelation from God. He received it. He didn't even know how to write.
How do you know it's a revelation from God?
He didn't know how to read or write.
So what? How do you know it's a
linguistically.
revelation from God? So what? How do you know it was a revelation from God?
You could look. You could, if you actually read the book. I encourage you. If you actually read it,
All three of us have read this book, bro.
you've read the Quran.
Yes, I own 3 Qurans myself. Now, how do you know that
read
this is a
through the whole
revelation
book?
from God? Yes, it's not a long book. How do you know that it's a revelation from God?
Well, I guess you look at the composition of the book and what it stands for and the principles of it,
What
and then that's
would
where
I see
faith
that would
comes
be
in.
evidence? I see the
That's where
composition.
faith comes in, right? So if I
Okay, so
stand
blind
if
faith.
with my faith,
So blind
you're literally just questioning faith. You sound like an atheist.
So blind faith.
It's not blind faith because there's things I stand.
If it's
there's
not blind faith,
principles.
then there would be evidences that would point towards this faith. So what is the evidence of
There
it?
are observable principles within
Like what?
the book I'm reading itself. I could
Good,
read
that's
it
what I'm asking for.
and
Like
say
what?
it is unlike anything from the 7th century of Arabia, unlike anything ever written.
So what? How does that make it from God?
How's the Bible from God?
Okay, so now you're gonna flip it. You're gonna burden shift it. This is called a burden shift.
Is that blind faith?
This is called a burden shift,
You're
bro.
contradicting
We've been
yourself.
asking you what is your grounding for what you believe, and then as soon as you get stuck, you want to burden shift it back to us.
I just told you what my grounding for belief is.
You don't have a grounding. You just said just have faith. That's your grounding. It's blind faith. That's not a grounding. That's just I'm guessing.
I did not, brother. Listen to what I'm saying. I put my faith in the observable principles of the Quran. I could read it.
How does that prove it's from God?
Look at the message and the principles. And
Moses, how does that prove it's from God, dude?
Because it is insightful. I stand by the principles. I put my faith in the principles.
We could read books that are written by atheists that are insightful. Does that make it from God?
you could read books from atheists that are
Yeah, bro.
insightful.
Like you
Insightful
can
about
read
what?
books like
This book is
you can
insightful
read
about.
books like Think and Grow Rich, right? And it's insightful and it helps
I know what
people.
you're
Does that
saying.
mean it's from God?
I know what you're saying.
Does that mean it's from God?
That's where your faith comes in to stand on
Brother,
the
I'm
specific
asking if you
I'm
read a
answering the
book
question.
if you read a book like Think and Grow Rich or Rich Dad Poor
About
Dad
money in
or
the
some of these
economy?
self-help books,
Yeah,
does
about money.
does it because it's insightful to me, does that mean it came from God?
Well, let me highlight the difference
Can you
between
just
that.
say yes or no and then you can explain?
Oh, so you're gonna box me in a box? I can't
No, I just want you to
truly
answer the question. Does it mean I want to see if you're going to be consistent with your criteria. Does it mean it's from God if it's insightful?
Insightful about what is what matters.
Okay, there we go. So insightful about my life, maybe it helps me do something in my life. Does that mean it's from God?
I believe the revelation we received from
now
all
you're
the
not answering the
Abrahamic,
question.
from all the. You can't just box me in a yes or no.
No,
Man.
you could just say yes
It
or
don't
no and
work like
explain,
that.
bro.
It
Just be
doesn't work like
honest. Just
that.
say no. It doesn't mean it's from God.
That's a
Everybody here,
debate tactic as
Moses,
well. Since you know,
everybody here knows that your criteria is silly. It doesn't prove it's from God. You can
it's the
just
same.
admit it. You can
I would
just say,
hope. I would
look,
hope
this
as
is
a
what you
Christian.
could say, Moses.
I would
Look,
hope as a Christian it's the
no,
same criteria.
Moses, let me give you
use.
the answer that would have been honest. The answer would have been, no, that doesn't mean that. I see your point, but these are one of the many reasons why I believe it's from God, and here are the other ones. And you could just keep going. That would have been the honest answer. But you can't sit here and say, well, I know it's from
You
God
just
because
said
of this
no. I
one
just said I
thing.
look at the principle. I just said I look at the principles and the composition of what it stands for itself.
Okay, like
That is
what?
one of my
Okay,
reasons.
give me the list of principles that would definitively prove that this is from God.
I mean, hey, you told me you read the Quran.
Okay, bro. Where I don't know what you want to do,
book.
man. I'm done, but you can just keep talking.
Okay, there you go. You don't want to.
Just so dumb, bro. Like, holy.
I want to talk to him anymore. I've been waiting for that minute. He done probably put Word to sleep.
I think Word's the one that dropped him. I didn't drop him.
Nah, man, I'm eating my pancakes.
No. Best believe I dropped him.
Oh,
I did that one.
Yeah, Chris had his finger on the trigger. I should have known. Yeah, he was like, yeah, he gone. Boom.
As soon as Word's like, or as soon as Barry's like, all right, I'm done with him. What do you want to do with him, Word? I'm like, I know what I'm gonna do with him.
Yeah. That dude was wilding out up here. Holy crap.
Yeah, y'all can I'm in these pancakes right now, man. Y'all can bring up whoever.
That's all you, Bear. And shut up, Eunice.
Oh, he's not even here.
I'm here. But before I start speaking to Bear, because Chris said he saw you, Bear. Last time I spoke to Bear, he and his fiance were there, and I asked him, and he kicked me right after that. So I don't know if he's going to do the same today. I asked him. I said, it doesn't Christianity teach against fornication? And he said yes. And I got kicked.
Yeah. Actually, she was the one
Tell
that
me why.
kicked you out. She was the one that kicked you out. Why would you ask a question like that, bro?
Because I feel like if you're a man of God,
That got nothing to do. It got nothing to do with the topic, bro.
I'm about to say. You asked me why I asked that question.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I mean,
believe if
it
I'm
was a
a man,
rhetorical question. Really, what I'm
If
trying
he-
to say is, it's got my personal life has got nothing to do with what we're talking about here.
no, but I'm
You want to
saying
talk?
like
If we want to talk about like people's personal life, bro, that's like we're not going to
negative.
do that in public.
So this is public knowledge, bro. That's what I'm
keep
saying.
it up, and
This is public knowledge.
I'll reenact what Peace did.
So
Chris,
you
bro,
can stay if you stay up here, bro. Just keep the personal stuff out, bro. Like I never bring
no
up people's
disrespect,
personal stuff
no
up here.
disrespect to you or whoever. But my idea is that if I'm preaching to people to
Yeah.
follow
I'm
See,
God,
warning you.
he ain't gonna let it
that's
go.
I'm warning. Yeah.
He can go.
Yeah.
He don't want to let it go. Like, dude, come up and debate.
That's
What the
weird.
hell?
Why is he weird?
The dude's got like the thing is like what is it? What benefit does he get of what I'm doing in my personal life? Period. You don't know anything about my personal life.
He's weird because he's a Muslim. First of all, that's why.
That's true. That is true. And yeah, no, I agree. Like, man, God bless you and peace. I can't wait for the day you guys get married. That's about it.
He's just making assumptions. Like, truthfully, he don't know what you and her doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's just making assumptions because he's a Muslim and he's weird. And you want to talk about somebody's personal life.
He's been getting cooked so many times though. Like I don't even talk to him anymore. Word was eating his pancakes, so Word wasn't going to hear him out today. And you done cooked him way too many times too, Bear. Like he knew that he wasn't going to stay up here long, so he was just going to try to be as weird as possible.
Yeah, the thing is, like, he used to come to my lives all the time. I used to just ragdoll him, and then now he brings this whole thing up because it's just like it's like he feels like it's a little gotcha because he can't actually debate, and he may feel like he can sometimes because he goes on like Darren's platform and he feels like he's a star because he gets chauffeured over there. But bro, nah, not over here, bro. Either you got some or you don't. Kick rocks.
Hey, we don't play that watch your head tune for no reason. Shut up, Eunice, or I'll block you.
Hey, word, what about them Rockets, bro?
Them boys looking good, ain't they, man?
They're looking all right. They got the average height of like 6'10" on the starting lineup. That's crazy.
Average height of like 40 foot, like damn near tall.
Yeah, we out here, man. We got that boy KD. He looking good.
And that boy Green, oh, bro, he is, bro. He's cringe, bro. Just as a person. Oof.
Man, you see what he be doing with it? Yeah, that's a different subject.
Oh, with the tattoo. Oh, it's just like, bro, y'all dodged a bullet with that one because I knew he was weird coming out of high school. So,
And Bear, like, he been weird.
I mean, good player, but he has been weird.
He
bro.
might be
weird,
Muslim too, then.
Painting his fingernails. Yeah, you know what? That is Muslim tendencies. I'm not thinking about it. How old was Khadijah, bro? She was pretty old, wasn't she? She was a little older than Muhammad, or am I bugging?
Oh yeah, she done cougared up Muhammad for sure.
Yeah, bro. That's how Jalen Green be doing, bro. Cougared up.
Oh yeah. Which is wild.
Yeah, well, Mo said Dennis Rodman. Bro, I mean, Jalen Green got a little Dennis Rodman in him, too.
Yep. Well, it looked like we probably didn't reach the end, man. Ain't nobody coming up.
Done? No way.
I've been on for 4 hours already. Yeah. I'm over here smacking on these pancakes, man. I love my wife. She be cooking, man.
W wife.
Hey, if you ain't got a wife, you need to get you one. You know what I'm saying? You don't miss no meals, nothing like that. Get you one that can cook.
Hey, ain't that for real?
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
That's that truth. Oh, I know Peace probably can cook. She Puerto Rican and stuff. Ain't she Puerto Rican?
Puerto Rican, Dominican, bro.
Oh, man. Best of both. Oh, I know. She be doing it up, bro. In that kitchen. Yep. Well, man, it looked like I'm about to get up out of here, man. We done Bear came up, cooked everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey,
Yeah, he did.
Mello. Money bags doing mellow. Thank you, gang.
matter of fact, if y'all haven't already subscribed to the Bear channel, it's Bear the Image on YouTube. Great content. Great content. You need to go ahead and sub to Bear the Image. Put the link in the description or the chat over here on YouTube. On TikTok, if you haven't, followed him, which I'm pretty sure y'all do. Y'all already follow him, but follow Bear the Image over here on TikTok. Also, follow the Imam Claus on TikTok and also sub to his YouTube channel. Chris Claus, when are your next review coming up?
I'm not sure. I know I'm going to be going live on Thursday. I got another 12 hours to do tomorrow, but then Thursday, I think I only have to do 10, so I think I could do a live stream on Thursday night.
Thursday night. Is it going to be a debate or you have a reaction or anything?
No, it'll just be a TikTok live that I'll stream through to YouTube as well.
For sure, man. Like always, man. If you ain't follow me, you need to go ahead and follow me over here, man. I don't know what you're doing. You missing out. Oh, we got us a Muslim, man. Go ahead and Brother Chris or Brother Bear, y'all can talk to him.
What's up, Amir?
Very good, brother. Very good. I'm here to say that they are both the same. Jesus and Isa are equal, or Yeshua.
Are you sure?
Yes. He's also
Okay.
mentioned in Holy Quran as Ruhul Amin, or Amen, or Emmanuel of Matthew 1 or Isaiah 7.
Is Isa God?
No, he's the religion of God, telos of God, or logos, purpose of God, Sharia of God.
So did Isa ever claim the 99 names of Allah?
Yes, he is actually the 99 names of God. That's exactly what Asma or Husna or Hosanna means. When we say Hosanna at the highest, we are saying that Husna or
Amir,
Ihsan at the highest.
do you understand what Tawheed is?
Yeah, it's equal to
What is
subordinationism in Christian theology.
what?
Are you familiar with subordinationism? Are you familiar with the subordinationist Christians? Irenaeus, Eusebius the historian,
Amir,
Ignatius, Justin
Amir,
Martyr, Hippolytus of
Amir,
Rome.
are you just coming up here to spew a bunch of did you even hear the question I asked or no?
Yeah, I heard that.
What was the question I asked?
I think I answered it in a good way. You asked about
What
Tawheed, and I
was
said that Tawheed
yeah.
is and
What
Tawheed
the hell
is
are you
equal to
asking, bro?
subordinationism. In other words, the second hypostasis is created by God.
He
I'm
quiet.
good.
Them and they kicked.
Hey,
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Work.
hey, bro, believe in the church fathers. He believe in hypostasis and.
He said the pre-Nicene fathers basically are all subordinationists, bruh. These people are so cooked, man. They'll do anything to try to prove Christianity false, man. Holy crap.
Like he's a Muslim and couldn't even tell me what Tawheed means.
This Tawheed is what the church fathers, they believe the subordination is. And Eusebius and all them. That's what it is.
Justin Martyr.
That's what I thought man, that's what I thought he said the first time. I was like, what question did I? And then when he started to say it again, I was like, yeah, I thought that's what you said. See ya.
Man, these people, man.
Yeah, bro. Ignatius believed in Tawheed, bro.
Yeah.
You should have asked them was the church fathers, was they Muslim?
Yeah, bro. The original
You know what happened?
only Muslims.
That man done went to YouTube. He tried to memorize as much as he could of a Muslim argument. He came into TikTok and he wanted to recite it as quick as possible. It didn't matter
I'm
what.
gonna get this out no matter what
Yeah.
topic it is. I'm gonna say it.
Don't matter what question they ask. I'm gonna get it out.
I'm gonna use this argument no matter what. It don't matter what topic it is. I'm pulling it
I'm
out.
getting
man.
this one
is
off,
it.
bruh.
This one, I'm about to cook these Christians.
Hey, Menevel Zut, I could debate on if I want to block you or not, because I block people that don't like me saying about.
You know who that is, bro, huh?
Yeah, I know exactly who it is.
Oh man, bro said I can just learn this one. I'm pulling this one out, bro.
Yeah, man. I feel like a lot of them do that, bro. They're like, oh yeah, that's a good one. Mark 13:32. Oh yeah, here we go. Is Jesus God? Yes. Is he all knowing? Yes. How do you not know our? How do you not know our?
But bro said Jesus is Allah's attributes. Did
Wait,
y'all
what?
catch that?
Yeah.
Wait, the last guy?
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
Jesus is Allah's attributes.
Oh no, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I heard the bot language come out and I kind of tuned out. I'm not gonna lie.
Because you know what he was going to go to. He was going to go to misrepresent some church father.
But if Jesus is Allah's attributes, that makes him God. In
Exactly.
a sense.
Yeah. He wasn't talking about nothing about Islam. He was referring everything back to Christianity. He was anything that came out of his mouth was all about Christianity.
Yeah,
Then he
even
said
a broken
the
clock.
second hypostasis, and I'm like, bro,
You know what they say, man.
Do bro believe all of this? Like,
you know what they say, guys. A broken clock is right twice a day, man. You know?
yeah, that's facts. Those be facts.
You know, he was saying all kinds of nonsense, but then he spewed out a couple of things that was kind of right, like Jesus being God indirectly, you know? Whole bunch of nonsense. Dang, bro, why they getting on you in your Canadian accent, Chris? That's crazy.
No, he always does.
Jake got baked. That's what he said.
I'm surprised I'm surprised he's not on me about the Cowboys, but I don't even really care about the Cowboys this year. So
you a Cowboys fan?
Yeah, I'm just kind of hoping that Dak gets hurt or something.
Oh man, how would you?
Man, that's crazy. I have a friend that's a Cowboys fan. He be wishing the unaliving of a certain owner. And when he almost unalived and he survived, he was pissed.
Bro, that's crazy
Like,
when
bro,
you want your
you're evil,
starting
bro.
quarterback to get hurt. That is
Dak
wild
is overrated,
Wait,
man, bro. Dak is
If
overrated.
if he was your starting quarterback, what would you say? Making that much money. Your starting quarterback
Man,
making that
I'll
much
say
money.
I hope he
doing
get
what doing what he's
traded.
doing.
He is overpaid, bro.
Yes,
He's
I would say,
overpaid.
you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I hope he get traded or that. Chris said I want him on the bench hurt.
Yeah.
No chance of coming
Man.
back, bro. Just get hurt and go sit down.
Like we ain't even there's like no value for him even if we trade him. What are we gonna do? Trade him for a few pairs of shoes or something?
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, I remember y'all used
Word,
to
but
love that.
he is overrated.
He's
bro.
he's overpaid, yeah, and overrated.
Overpaid, overrated, same thing. Same thing, bro.
Man, he don't do nothing.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna even lie.
I like my little rookie quarterback, Jackson Dart. Let's go.
Yeah, he decent, bro.
Hey, is Scudabo out for the year?
Yeah, bro. Did you see his ankle? Holy crap, bro.
Yeah.
His ankle was
Said
cooked.
that.
Hey, Bear.
Only a year or more.
No, they said week 1 he'll be good.
How y'all get rid of Daniel Jones and he become like Tom Brady with the Colts?
I don't know, bro. We be doing that, bro. I mean, he like you know what it is though. I think it's the pressure like of the media, like because the New York media is rough, bro. You know,
Right.
So you got to have a right mentality. Sometimes you go to where's he at now?
Indianapolis, the Colts.
Yeah, that's a smaller, like less pressure, bro. Like Indianapolis is like a night and day with the New York media, bro. You gotta have a special mentality. Like Eli was like, he was like almost like too dumb to feel pressure, you know?
Dang, y'all talk bad about y'all quarterbacks, man.
Bro, he was like too dumb to feel pressure, man. That dude, he got us 2 Super Bowls, man. You know, chilling. But Jackson Dart, he's a dog, man. He's a dog.
Is he still going to be without Scotabo, though?
Yeah, he is. He's to be straight, bro. He was good at Ole Miss.
Yeah, he was. He was.
He was pretty good at Ole Miss.
Well, man, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down, man. We ain't got nobody up here trying to get cooked no more, man. The Imam and Barrett came and cooked everybody up like these pancakes.
Hey, God bless you both.
God bless, man. God bless.
All right, man. God bless, bro.
I see you in the morning on your live, Bear. I be at work.
Right,
I be just having it in my ear, man. You and I meme. I meme.
We tag teaming lately.
Yeah, y'all been up there tag teaming lately, man.
All right, bro. Love you, man. Appreciate it.
Love you, man. God bless, bro.
God bless.
All right, TikTok. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. God bless y'all. I will be seeing y'all not tomorrow because you know what's weird? I created this schedule Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. And ever since I said that, I can't never keep to my schedule, bro. It's always something happening to where I can't never keep to my schedule, man. It's just crazy. So starting next week, I'm going to try to keep to my schedule. You know what? I probably can. I might have to rearrange some days since basketball season started. And I do have a basketball channel that I actually run and I do live streams for too. So it's like, I be trying, man. And then it was like, this came up and this come up. And this. I was like, man, I should have never said nothing about that schedule, bro. Now it's like, I can't keep to it at all. I can't keep to it. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I also have a Patreon. You can join the Patreon. I also have a buy me a coffee. You can buy me a coffee if you want to support. If you like what I do, you can support me with buying me a coffee and going to the Patreon, subbing to the Patreon. It also has a Cash App right there. If you want to just give out of the abundance of your heart, if you just support what I do, if you like the channel, if you want to just partner with me anyway, the 3 links are in the description of my channel, and you can support me through that way. But I'm gonna get up out of here. God bless y'all over on TikTok. I will be seeing y'all soon, very, very soon. In the name of the Father and Son and Holy Spirit, good night and God bless. All right. YouTube, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate the mods. I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate the subs. Everything. God bless y'all. I'll be seeing y'all on the next one. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. I can't say more than that. So I'm gonna try to keep it pushing. I'm gonna try to keep it going. I don't know when next time I'll be live again. I think maybe what's today? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I might be going live Thursday again. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. God bless y'all. Y'all the best. I appreciate all the love and support. I'll be seeing y'all. And you know what I always say? You don't gotta go home. You don't gotta go home. But you gotta watch your head.
Yeah. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head down. Just get. Watch your head. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Man, ain't no way Hey, I'm finna listen to you spit with your PDF supporting eye. For you finna get cooked clip, idiot. Poses wise when truth approach you, close your eyes. Hold the lies and show your pride is oversized in your replies. Trying to teach, but you only came to preach. Lying about Jesus, who you think you finna reach. In your speech I hear the weakness, that's why you won't shut up. Demons in your ear convince you to be evil is what you disagree. It's history, too late to change it, it's a thing. Wins ain't free round here, bro. When you speak I'm listening. So if you think you finna be hitting me with your wizardry, convincing me to give a free platform, you're tripping, G. I don't mince words, I don't get purrs who don't deserve the way. Why don't you learn? You shown you've earned it, so deserve your fate and so discern what happened here, and so you learn your place. I know it burned, but grow and turn from falsehood into grace. Watch your head down, yeah. Watch your head, watch your head, watch your head down. Just get. Watch your head, watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Just pay close attention, that hateful ambition is why you done failed your mission. Your faith is a prison that makes you a victim, that's why you ain't breaking my rhythm. You ain't finna get in, my spirit is sealed. Don't know your God, can't say if it's real. To me he sound awful like Satan for real, trying to convince me he made us to kill. What are you stupid? This is the war of the spirit, but you don't know it or walk it or live it. You don't see what's happening, you're walking into it. You're dead where it matters and lost and diluted. You can give pain, you can give hate, but don't wanna take it. That is your way, you will give hate because you love Satan. I'm not finna pause my day to listen to someone whose Lord is hate. I'm finna walk away. Yeah. Whoa. Watch your head down. Yeah. Watch your head. Watch your head. Watch your head down. Just get. Watch your head. Watch your head. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here.